Hello and welcome to the Walnut Creek Crawdads pregame show. Um, I, my name is Kobe Siegel, along with Justin DeHaas, my partner in crime as always. And this is the last regular season game for the Crawdads, but definitely the most important regular season game. So, it's the Walnut Creek Crawdads at the Sonoma Stompers in Sonoma. And last night, Healdsburg hosted the Solano Mudcats, and they won 4-0. So they are a half game ahead of the Crawdads, but the Crawdads own the tiebreaker. So this game is the all or nothing game. The Crawdads control their own fate, and if the Crawdads win, they get the 1 seed. They play the winner of the 2 and 3 game. Lincoln at Healdsburg on Wednesday. If they lose, they are the 2 seed, and they will host Lincoln on Tuesday. And Justin, how important is it to get the 1 seed? And this would be, if they were to win today, they would be the CCL North Division champions for the first time in franchise history.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've been talking about must-win games all week. We were talking about how the series against the Healdsburg Improvement Packers was can't lose, must win, and they were able to sweep those games. And then we talked about how yesterday was a must-win of sorts, and today is literally the definition of a must-win. If you win this game, you get the 1 seed. If you don't, then you get the 2 seed. And you talk about the importance of that 1 seed. Look, these players don't want to have to play on Tuesday, right? They want to be able to take an extra day off. They want to be able to, because they're going to host a home game no matter what, so it's not really about traveling anywhere per se. Although if you do get the 2 seed, obviously that means you have to travel to the 1 seed Healdsburg. But look, yeah, these guys want to have that extra day off, and Brant Cummings realizes that too. And we talked about yesterday how everyone in the bullpen was available, and that's the same case today. It's all hands on deck. Brant's going to throw anyone who he can in order to get this victory, because if he throws everyone now, they get that extra day of rest on Tuesday, and that's going to be the goal for Mr. Brant Cummings and Jack Delmar to try to have to figure out how are we going to manage 27 outs.
And the two guys that are, I'd say the only two guys, probably, actually maybe three, that are 100% not available. Austin Berger and Cade Cushing, they pitched purple innings. They are definitely not available.
Yeah.
Tyler Blair, probably not either. But, I mean, everyone else, yeah, it is all hands on deck. And Brant, we've seen Brant has been willing to use people back-to-back days. He's been willing to use anyone. So, I mean, yeah, and this is, yeah, it's so huge. Playing on Wednesday, because not only can the Crawdads rest and can they can build up their arms, but the team they play will not have that rest and will not be able to save their arms, as the Tuesday game is a must-win game. And also in terms of Healdsburg is always a packed crowd. The Crawdad Stadium, not necessarily. It's not necessarily a home field advantage. It's more of the Crawdads want not road game advantage, because they do not want to go to Healdsburg. That will just be very tough for them, because they're 1-2 in Healdsburg. They played really well the last game, but first 2 games were not as great. So you just want to give yourself every possible advantage, and by winning today, that's what they'll do.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And we talk about, well, how are the Crawdads going to be able to, how are they going to use their pitchers per se? And one thing we do know, Antoine Valerio is getting the start today. And we kind of predicted it in the post-game show yesterday because we weren't exactly sure who it was going to be, but Valerio pitched earlier in the week against Healdsburg. In that outing, he went 3 innings, only allowed 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. So pretty solid outing. Really helped the squad. He pitched the first 3 innings, and that's when Fitzpatrick pitched the last 6 and kept the Crawdads in the game to where once you handed it off to your best pitcher at that time, he was able to take you a distance. Not going to be able to happen today, obviously. Sean Fitzpatrick no longer with the squad. But you still have Valerio who can get you 3 solid innings. And we talk about how everyone else in the pen is available, but a couple names I would look out for. Ryan Troy, you mentioned him yesterday. It seemed like that could have been a Ryan Troy game. Well, that was a Cade Cushing game, so I think today could definitely be a Ryan Troy game. Also look at Joey Camerata, a couple guys who for a fact can give you 2 or 3 innings. And look, if Valerio gives you 3 or 4, if, say, Troy gives you 2 or 3, and if Camerata gives you 2 or 3, that's going to help you immensely. And if you just only have to use a few pitchers at that point, well, like we talked about, you still have a couple more off days if you're able to pull out a victory. And so I could see those being some of the names that you see. But again, everyone is available except Bergeron and Cushing, basically.
Yes, and those are two very big names. So the Crawdads do not have their best possible uh, pitching staff available for this game, but this is a regular season game, and in the regular season, uh, part of why it's a struggle is because depth. If you don't have the depth, then it's really tough to win. But the Crawdads have shown a lot of pitching depth, especially compared to the other CCL teams. But um, let's talk about Antoine Valerio for a little bit. This will be his third start, I believe. He's been pretty good. The changeup is the pitch. You can see him, I believe, in the camera. I don't know if you can see him walking out right now, but he is. He's warming up right now, playing catch with Ryder Helfrich, who is gonna be the catcher today. So, what are you looking for?
Look, I think with Valerio, like I said before, if he can give you at least 3 and definitely 4 innings, because when you look at how much he's pitched before, 3 2/3 against the Mudcats on July 18th, 3 innings against the Packers on July 25th. He's got about 4 full days of rest, 5 days since his last game, and yeah, that should be enough time for him to get through the lineup a couple times. Maybe he doesn't see the order like a third time through per se, but if he could see each batter twice and kind of keep them off their toes that way, I think that would be huge. And look, I mean, you talk about the changeup, something that Cody Perry talked about before, how he loves the changeup, and that was very successful for him against Healdsburg. It's a very underrated pitch, but something that Valero uses very well, and I think that could also, like you said, be a key of success for him today.
Yes, and with that changeup, um, a pitch when you have one pitch that's that good, it just makes it so much easier because the Stompers guys, if they don't know it right now, then they'll learn quick that that's the pitch that they have to watch out for, and that obviously helps your fastball too. And the velocity is not the strong suit, but with that changeup, it's just a really nasty pitch. And Valerio, who he's facing in the lineup, will also uh, be important. Is there anything particular that sticks out for you about the Stompers lineup?
Yeah, when I look at their lineup, Noah Rabin back in the leadoff spot. He's probably one of their better players, but he did have 3 strikeouts yesterday, so he didn't play in the first game of the series when the Stompers won, and it was here at Arnold Field. But if he's able to get going, that could be trouble for the Crawdads. Jack Burden has been another guy who's hitting 350 on the year, and so he's doing pretty well. Mikey Bell hit the 2-run bomb in that first game. So, I mean, that top 3 right there, Azum's a kid hitting 5th who hit 5th yesterday and hit leadoff in the first game too. So, I mean, like we said before, the top of the lineup's pretty solid for the Stompers. And, yeah, it's not necessarily going to be easy for Valerio to navigate, but at the same time, he's been able to have good performances against a team like the Healdsburg Prune Packers and the Solana Mudcats. So he's had success in the CCL, 4.65 ERA, and this is a lineup that is solid, but he should also be able to have his way if his changeup's going right. I mean, KP called it the greatest pitch in baseball, so we'll see if Valerio is able to command that today.
And when we look at the Stompers lineup, you mentioned Noah Bean, who struck out twice yesterday against Berggren. I believe those two strikeouts were both on sliders, and you know, maybe that's a vulnerability his that Antoine Valerio can exploit, and he's been their best hitter all season. So if you can neutralize their best hitter, that that helps you win. And but think something important about this Stompers lineup is, guys, Omar Gastelum is not playing, and with a lineup that already kind of lacked some depth, there's even less depth. And when we look at this lineup as a whole, I mean, Isaiah Velasco's not playing. There are some there's a noticeable lack of depth. So if you look at the first three hitters of this lineup, Noah Rabin, Jack Burden, and Michael Bell, those three combine for a 851 OPS. Now, if we look at the next six hitters, the 4 through 9 hitters, they combine for a 582 OPS. An 851, that is a really good hitter. Like someone say that top lineup is really good. But then 582 OPS combined, that is almost not quite an automatic out, but that is going to be almost unplayable to have that many guys having just that low production. So for Antoine Valerio, that just makes it a lot easier. You don't unlike the Crawdads lineup, which we can get into in a minute with because Carson made the lineup. We can talk about that, but this lineup does not have depth.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. But you mentioned that Crawdads lineup, and let's see what Carson was cooking up. So he has Ryan Ellis in the leadoff spot, followed by Brian Duroff, Cole Fellows, Matt King, Tyson Pointer, Joey Donnelly, Casey Cummings, Griffin Harrison, and Ryder Helfrich. And when I look at this lineup, first thing I see, Casey Cummings is back in the lineup. We saw him yesterday coming in as a defensive replacement in the ninth inning. He's starting today for the first time since 2 weeks ago. And look, I mean, Casey was hitting in the 2 spot the entire year, right? But Brian Droff has been so good in that role that he's been able to keep his spot, if you will. And I mean, when you have a player like Casey Cummings, who was a CCL Showcase Game All-Star, going to Texas next year, and he's hitting your 7th spot, and then, oh, by the way, you got a kid named Ryder Helfrich, who is the most talented kid on this team, fastest kid on this team, and he's going to Arkansas next year, and that's your bottom 3 right there. Griffin Harrison, also CCL Showcase All-Star. That's your 7, 8, 9. I mean, talk about the depth of the lineup. That's Exhibit A right there.
Yeah, and not only who's in the lineup, but the player that is the odd man out, Max Farfan. He leads the league. He leads the CCL in home runs, with 6, along with Cameron Nickens and his teammate Tyson Pointer. So when you have the CCL home run leader, who is the odd man out, that just shows how deep this lineup is. And I think this might be my favorite lineup in the season. Not necessarily the construction, but just the 9 guys that are in this game. 9 guys that are in this game. I think that is the best 9 that they have to offer. I think one reason is the left side of the infield. Matt King struggled a little bit at third base, but at shortstop he has been elite. Griffin Harrison at third base. You got Casey Cummings in center field with a really deep center field. That's going to be important. And then Ryder Helfrich, the up the middle defense. Ryan Ellis at second base. The up the middle defense, definitely the most important defensive positions are solidified. You've got your best possible combination out there, and we've seen when the Crawdads lose, sometimes it's because of the defense. We saw it in the first game against the Stompers. We've seen it against Lincoln. So yeah, I mean, this is my personal favorite lineup of the entire season.
Yeah, and you talk about that defense, and I think a big thing too, you mentioned how Farfan has all that power, but he did have the 2 errors yesterday in the first inning. And so when you have your left side of the infield is Griffin Harrison and Matt King, defensively at least, that's an upgrade, right? Maybe offensively, maybe not from a power standpoint per se, because Harrison and King aren't necessarily the biggest power bats in this lineup, but I mean, you still have solid defense there. And yeah, I mean, look, I think it's a solid lineup. It's also solid defense too. And one thing I do want to talk about real quick is who this lineup will be facing, which is
Mhm.
Joey Van Dusen. Now, you look at his CCL stats, an 8 ERA through 12 innings, and he's pitched in a game is 3.1 innings pitched. And I mean, he's a kid I looked at prep baseball report. His max velo on his fastball is about 84, but the range is going to be about 81 to 83. His changeup is about 76 to 77. Curveball is about 72 to 73, and the slider is about 71 to 73. So he's got a four-pitch mix. Mostly works in the 70s, but that fastball does hit low 80s. And yeah, I mean, look, I think we talk about how deep this lineup is, and with the Stompers used a couple of their better pitchers on Friday with Miner and Colin, and Hawk Hill was also one of their better pitchers too yesterday. I think when you look at it, Van Dusen, maybe the stats aren't super impressive necessarily, and I think if this is a must-win game, the Crawdads have to do damage against a kid who goes to Sacramento Community College, right? So I mean, you gotta do some damage there. You gotta have another big offensive game. We saw that yesterday. Talked about have less stress, right? If you have that breakout, that's what happened with the Little League Grand Slam. If something like that can happen again today against this pitcher, the Crawdads gonna be looking good.
Yes, and you talk about less stress. A good way to get less stress is to score early. And like against Joey Van Dusen, he has an 8 ERA. Sometimes the 8 ERA can be a little misleading. Sometimes a guy has one bad outing. Sometimes he gets a little unlucky. This 8 ERA I think is deserved, very
Yeah,
deserved.
he's allowed an earned run in every game except one, which is against the Crawdads on June 15th when he pitched 2 innings. But yeah, multiple runs in each of his last 3 outings, and against the Packers, 1 inning, 5 earned.
Yeah, and he's a 469 on base percentage allowed. That's like, uh, uh, that's like if Ryan Ellis was batting all 9 spots. That'd be a pretty good lineup. And he's a 20.3% walk rate, which I mean he's gonna walk a lot of guys. He's not gonna strike out a lot of guys. 18.8% strikeout rate. So this is just a game where you have to score early and have to score often. Really take advantage of of I think a subpar uh, uh, CCL starter.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And look, I mean, we're gonna start wrapping up this pregame show so that we can hand it off to Carson and Austin. But look, overall, again, must-win game, and you've got a solid starting lineup. You got a good starting pitcher on the mound, and you've got some favorable matchups on the other side. So look, no excuses, right? It's 9 innings, 27 outs. You got to get them somehow, and looking forward to seeing how, like I said, what I'm curious to see, how are manager Brant Cummings and pitching coach Jack Delmar going to manage their pitchers, and how are they going to be able to get those outs? Because you know, everyone's available today, and as long as you win this game, you have a couple more days off.
Yes, and this is not a game where Crawdads can afford to have a a really can afford to walk a lot of guys and kind of give guys free passes because we've seen Sonoma uh, uh, will bite you with that in the past. So with that, we will hand it off to Austin and Carson. Thank you for listening to the pregame show. Join us for the postgame show where hopefully the Crawdads will be CCL North Division champions.
In a season of so many highs and just a few lows, the Crawdads will look to make it their first time atop the CCL North at the end of the regular season, and they look to do that today here in Sonoma, California, the home of the Sonoma Stompers. Welcome in to the bleachers here at Arnold Field in Sonoma. Austin Oda, Carson Mercier on the call all season long. The final regular season game for these Crawdads, trying to dethrone the pack from the top of the CCL North, and here's the lineup that's going to do it. Leading off, as he has been all year, Ryan Ellis, he's at second base. Brian Duroff, the right fielder, bats second, with Cole Fellows in left field hitting third. Matt King, the shortstop and cleanup hitter, is followed by the designated hitter, Tyson Pointer. Batting sixth is Joey Donnelly, the Moon Man, plays first base. Welcome back, Casey Cummings, he's in center field. He's hitting seventh. Griffin Harrison, welcome him back after a short hiatus. He's hitting eighth, playing third base. And rounding out the nine, the catcher, Ryder Helfrich. They'll be going up against the righty from Sac City. It's Joey Van Dusen.
Joey Van Dusen, yes. 0-1 win-loss, 8.02 ERA, making his fourth start of the summer, seventh appearance. 12 1/3 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, the 12 walks, 13 hits. Whip at 2.11. Opponents hitting almost 300 off of the 6-foot 180-pound right-hander. He made his first appearance of the summer back on June 15th against these very Crawdads. Went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, a couple of walks, a couple of strikeouts, no runs. Let's see if the Crawdads can jump on the board early, put some pressure on, something they haven't been able to do all series long.
Crawdads come in 25-10, just a half game back with the tiebreaker in their advantage. Behind the Healdsburg Prune Packers, Sonoma comes in the fourth place team in the CCL North. They're 15-19, 10.5 games back of first place Healdsburg. But here on the final game of the season, they're looking to do something special, and that's play spoiler to the Crawdads' #1 seed hopes. Ryan Ellis will take the long walk to the left side of the batter's box, and we are about to get underway here from Arnold Field in Sonoma. Ryan Ellis, .336 hitter, 4 home runs. He hit his fourth yesterday, 23 runs batted in. Joey Van Dusen steps onto the rubber, and we are underway here in Sonoma. Van Dusen, the righty, Ellis, the lefty. The first pitch of the ball game. Van Dusen sets at the belt. The first pitch to Ryan Ellis. Up and away, and that's the first pitch. It's 1:17 p.m., 12 minutes late. As I always say, wouldn't be CCL baseball if we got started on time. 83 degrees and sunny. Your first pitch time and temperature brought to you by Meadowlark Dairy, trying to hang on to that old town vibe since the early 1900s. Ellis will fly this one to left field, medium deep. Right there is the left fielder, Jag Burden, who makes the catch for the first out. Let's take a look at the rest of the Stompers' defense. From left to right in the outfield, it's Jag Burden, the left fielder from Cal. Nathan Brasher's in center field. Noah Bean is in right. The left side of the infield features Mikey Bell at third and Jose Ruiz at shortstop. He'll be turning double plays with Kellen Carr at second base and Alfredo Capacete, the first baseman. Behind the plate, Colton Lamonto and Joey Van Dusen on the mound. Here's Brian Duroff, the right fielder today. First pitch, Duroff lines it straight back. He comes in a .291 hitter, 4 home runs, 31 runs batted in. I think this is a good time for your pick the stick.
Yeah, I'm going to go Tyson Pointer with the wind blowing out to left field. It's a pretty warm day. Watch out. We're in the bleachers. I expect a ball in my hands at some point today.
No balls and a strike to Duroff. Righty on righty, the 0-1. Duroff checks his swing on a slider down and away. Did he go? No, he did not, says the first base umpire. Count evens, 1 apiece.
You like the lineup?
I do.
I made it.
Wow, you're calling your shot early.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about you might not say anything,
Yeah.
because if the lineup doesn't perform, it's not a good look. The 1-1. Duroff chops it to the left side past Ryan Lovato, the Crawdads' third base coach. Dads are coached by manager Brant Cummings, of course, and third base coach Ryan Lovato, first base coach Austin Harrington. I like the lineup.
Yeah. No, I think it's solid.
It's a good lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 0 for 1 today, so
Yeah, it's early.
this rate.
It's still really early.
The 1-2. Duroff chops it foul, pretty much the exact same spot. 1 and 2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Van Dusen a long wait. Now he sets at the belt. The 1-2 to Duroff. Curveball line to third base. Mikey Bell's got it on a hop. Will take his time, throw over to first in time to retire Duroff. 5-3 the putout.
Hey, just the one hopper to Mikey Bell. Maybe looked like it off the end of the bat. Out in front of it was Brian Duroff, and just one of those spinners. Bell has enough time, takes it to first, 2 up, 2 down. Not a great start for my lineup.
That'll bring up Cole Fellows, who you moved into the 3 spot.
I did.
He's been playing very good baseball recently, average up to 307, 3 home runs, 30 runs batted in. Has had a solid series. First pitch to him here is down and comes in and hits him, it looks like, on the back leg, and he's down on the ground. He's going to try to get up, but he looks like he's in pain. Got his shin.
Hopefully just a stinger.
He's up. He's limping over to first base. But it looks like he's all right.
Yeah, sometimes you get it in an awkward spot and it knocks you down for a second, but after some time, hopefully that pain starts to fade. Fellows with speed. Let's see if that affects him here.
So runner on first, 2 outs for Matt King, and you've got your first base runner. King's been great this season. 311 his average a home run, 31 batted in, 6 for 18 this year against Sonoma. Pair of doubles as well. So Fellows not likely running at full speed here. We'll see if a double here would score him from first. He'll have the 2-out jump. First pitch to the righty, Matt King. Down low, gets past the catcher Lamonto all the way to the backstop, and Fellows is going to gingerly make his way over to second on the wild pitch.
Hey, now in scoring position. King looking to get hot. Good opportunity here with the runner in scoring position. Base hit, scores one.
1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, no score, top 1. Crawdads trying to clinch their first CCL North title ever. The 1-0. Curveball just a little high, 2-0. And I shouldn't say ever.
In the modern era.
In the modern era, the Brant Cummings era.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like the same Crawdads organization that it was 10 years ago, the last time that they won the CCL, 2014.
It's not on point streak, so it doesn't count.
2-0. King swings through a changeup, 2-1.
Yeah, anything pre-2021 doesn't count.
Difficult.
Yeah. Murky. Water
Yeah.
gets murky.
Van Dusen to the plate with the 2-1. King takes on the inside with a slider, 2-2. Deuces are wild here in the first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second for Matt King. Cole Fellows, the runner on second. Good speed over there. The middle infield is back, so are the corners. The 2-2. A look to second by Van Dusen now. Fellows extends his lead. The 2-2. King taps it back behind the plate. We'll do it again.
That's what you're looking for in a 2-strike count. Just get a piece, stay alive, see another pitch. Hopefully pass the stick to Tyson Pointer.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. We'll do it again. Again, Pointer on deck. Fellows on second. King at the plate. Van Dusen on the mound. The 2-2. King hits it high. Medium deep to center field. Nathan Brasher, the center fielder, in a patch of brown grass, will make the catch for the final out. So the Crawdads get a runner on a hit by pitch, but strand him on second base. We'll head bottom 1. No score. Bottom half of the first inning from Arnold Field here in Sonoma, and let's take a look at the Stompers lineup. Noah Rabin leads off. He's in right field. Jag Burden, the center fielder, or the left fielder, hits second. Mikey Bell at third baseman. He's hitting third. Colton Lamonto will be behind the plate, cleaning it up. Logan Azum, the designated hitter, bats fifth. Alfredo Capacete, the first baseman, hits sixth. With the 7-8-9, Nathan Brasher, Jose Ruiz, and Kellen Carr. On the mound for the Crawdads is Antoine Valerio.
Valerio has been rock solid. 0-0 win-loss. 5.40 ERA. 13 1/3 innings pitched. 14 strikeouts. The walks low. Only 3. 12 hits. 1.55 whip. Coming off a start in which he left it all on the table. Went 3 innings. 2 earned runs. Really very solid against the Prune Packers. 3 hits, 3 strikeouts. He was working that changeup down below the knees, the fastball at the knees. Let's see if he builds off that success from his last start.
First pitch to Noah Rabin is just a little low. Looked like the changeup, 1-0. The umpires today, Justin Ammett behind the plate with Kate Hart at first base. Paul Remedios on the base paths. The 1-0 is a changeup below the knees and outside, 2-0.
Something that we didn't really see from Valerio in his last start. 2-0 counts.
He was good.
Very good.
The 2-0 from Valerio. Fastball on the outside, 2 balls and a strike. Rabin this year has been phenomenal. 279 average, 4 home runs, 16 batted in. He won the CCL All-Star MVP, offensive MVP, hit a big home run. The 2-1, change up, tap to the right side, 2-2 over by the Stompers dugout. And a good job by Valerio to work the count back.
Yeah, that's what you're going to get with Valerio. He might get down 2-0, 3-1, but he's going to find a way to get back. Guy's got command. He was locked in on the bus.
The 2-2. Changeup swung on and missed. 1 batter, 1 strikeout for Antoine Valerio, and that's how this game gets started. Let's take a look at the Crawdads defense that'll be playing behind him from left to right in the outfield. Cole Fellows, Casey Cummings, welcome him back. Brian DeRoff, he's in right field. Griffin Harrison at third base with Matt King at shortstop. Ryan Ellis at second base. Joey Donnelly is at first, and behind the plate, Ryder Helfrich. He'll be catching Antoine Valerio. That'll bring up Jag Burden, the left fielder. Cal Kid, 330 his average. First pitch to him here is a changeup on the inside for a strike. 0-1. A home run, 10 runs batted in for Burden.
He has a really good walk-up song, too. It's Joe Musgrove's.
Oh, okay. The 0-1, changeup at the knees on the outside, 0-2.
Vampire by the Tribal Seeds.
Okay.
Yeah. Good song.
Valerio from the windup, the 0-2 is hit high, pretty deep to right field, but Brian DeRoff's got a beat on it. In right center, he's going to reach up to the backhand side, make the catch for the second out.
No fly zone out in right field. Doesn't have to move too far over, but struck pretty well by Jag Burden. 2 up, 2 down. 6 pitches for Valerio, working well.
Yeah. That'll bring up Mikey Bell, the third baseman, who has been a Crawdad killer this year. He's 5 for 8 with a home run this series. Overall, 259, a home run. First pitch, fastball down and away, 1-0. One ball, no strikes to the right-handed hitting Bell, who homered in this spot just a couple days ago. He swings over a curveball here, 1-1.
Yeah, Bell's been solid. He's been the bright spot in this lineup for sure.
He's really good.
Yeah.
Like he's a dude. A ball and a strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Valerio kicks with the 1-1. Fastball just below the knees on the outside, 2-1.
Hey, if that's the miss for Valerio today, it's pretty good. Just a little outside, mixing it up with the fastball.
2-1. Line drive left field. That's a base hit softly in front of the left fielder, Cole Fellows. He goes to a knee to get it. And it's a 2-out knock for Mikey Bell, who continues to mash Crawdads pitching.
Yeah, that's just 2-1 changeup that is right down the middle, and a little out in front of it was Mikey Bell, but you know, when a changeup floats to the zone, there's going to be some barrels hit. So got to start it at the knees. It's got to end below the knees.
That'll bring up the catcher, Colton Lamonto, who's been good. 250 average, no home runs, 5 batted in. Had a big pinch hit single to set the table for All Day Zay the other day. Runner on first, 2 outs. First time we've seen Valerio in the stretch today. Floats in a curveball on the outside for strike 1.
working out of the stretch was not a problem against the Prune Packers. Was able to work out of a few jams. Let's see. I mean, some guys just as comfortable out of the stretch as they are from the windup.
0-1, fastball outside corner, nothing in 2.
You know, maybe we're just far away, but it looks like Valerio's got some extra zip on that heater today. Use that changeup, that slider to his advantage. Throw a lot of those and speed hitters up with that fastball.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first is Mikey Bell. The 0-2 is just a little low. Looked like the slider, 1-2. Obviously not the picture-perfect broadcast location, but we hope the camera is doing enough for all of you watching. Thank you for watching. Valerio's 1-2 is lined to left field, hooking. That'll get just foul, about 5 feet to the right of the third base line.
What an angle. I mean, we saw that thing the whole way. Yeah, foul ball.
A ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Valerio already 1 strikeout. He struck out the first batter, Noah Rabin, on 5 pitches. He's been very quick today. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Slider off the outside. It's a pair of strikeouts for Valerio here in the first inning, and the Stompers are scoreless. We'll head to the top half of the second. 0-0. Dyson Pointer leads off the top of the second inning. Scoreless first was good to see. Love a good pitcher's duel, even though it's still very early.
Here's my pick the stick.
Yeah.
Pick the stick.
First pitch to Pointer. Fastball on the outside, called strike 1. Pointer comes in red hot, 266 average, 7 home runs, 25 batted in. On the year versus Sonoma, he is 5 for 20, 2 doubles, and a homer. The 0-1. Pointer taps it to the third base side, foul. Slowly, Brant Cummings kicks it.
What do you think Brant is feeling like right now? I couldn't tell if he's nervous. Biggest game of his coaching career, right?
At least in the
Up
summer
there.
ball level,
Yeah.
yeah.
As a Crawdad, as a coach
Yeah.
of the Crawdads.
The 0-2. Pointer takes called strike 3, a curveball that dropped to the top of the zone. It's the first strikeout for Van Dusen.
Looked like a pretty good pitch. And just caught Pointer looking. What?
People get $1 off wine.
Great. Middle of the day. Warm out. Yeah, it's going to go well.
Here's Joey Donnelly, who's cold. 311 though, still his average. 3 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Hit in the leadoff spot on Friday. First pitch to him here is on the outside for a called strike. 0-1.
4 pitches, 4 strikes, a strikeout. He's on pace.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. The 0-1. Down low. It's over.
Oh, The
It's over.
immaculate inning bid is over after
is.
5 pitches.
We really thought.
I
When
thought
do you start thinking about
6 after the
after the
sixth.
second strikeout?
Yeah.
Yeah. Van Duzen's 1-1. Donnelly flies it to the left side. Foul. 1-2. When do you start thinking about no hitter?
After the 6th.
Really?
Yeah. Even maybe the 5th.
I do like.
Perfect game 5th, no hitter 6th.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
A ball, 2 strikes to Donnelly.
Kobe agrees.
Scoreless here in second. The 1-2. Donnelly takes just a little away. Lamonto kept his glove there for a while in hopes of persuading Justin Ammett. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Crushed to the left side, but foul.
So with 2 strikes, stay alive, get a piece, foul pitches off. Get Joey Van Duzen out of this game in quick by the 3rd inning.
Sure.
Got to score. Step on the throat.
Yeah.
Stomp him.
Yeah.
Stompers.
Rawr.
Stomp the Stompers.
No, I got it. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Good slider in by the back foot. Back-to-back strikeouts for Joey Van Duzen.
Well, here in Sonoma, in the first game, Chase Minor was throwing a no-hitter through 3 2/3 innings. Today, Van Duzen is not allowed a hit yet.
True. First pitch to Casey Cummings. Welcome him back. It's a fastball on the inside for a called strike 1.
Something about this place. Crawdads don't see the ball well.
Maybe. You'll never know. The 0-1. Cummings taps it to the third base side. Foul. Was way out in front of a curveball.
Good to see him back, though. Very good.
Still having a very solid summer. 263 average. 5 home runs. 13 driven in. The RBI number a little low. Not what you'd expect with a guy with 5 home runs. The 0-2. Down and away with fastball 1-2.
Bats out of the top spot. Makes sense. Missed the last 2 weeks. Makes sense.
The 1-2 to Cummings. It's going to be a fastball driven into left field, but foul. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Van Duzen, already a pair of strikeouts this inning, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Slider got it past him. It's 3 straight strikeouts for Joey Van Duzen here in the second, and the Crawdads go down scoreless again. We'll head bottom 2. Still no score. Logan Azum leads off the bottom of the second inning in a scoreless ball game here from Arnold Field in Sonoma. It's going to be Azum, Capacete, and Brasher, 5, 6, 7 for the Stompers. Valerio works from the windup. The first pitch to Azum is a curveball on the outside, nothing in one. Oh, 1 down and away, 1-1. What's that face for?
Just not a fan of the setup. My back is cooked.
Yeah, mine too. 1-1 curveball on the outside, 1-2.
It's the second inning.
One ball, 2 strikes, no outs. The 1-2. Ground ball right side. Joey Donnelly's over to get it in fair territory. He's going to underhand to the covering Valerio in time for out number 1.
PFP. PFP. Attaboy Joey Donnelly going to get that one. Fielding it pretty deep, almost in the outfield. Good job by Antoine Valerio getting over there. 3-1 put out to start the second.
Here's Alfredo Capacete, first baseman, 176 hitter, a home run, 8 runs batted in. First pitch from Valerio to the righty is lined straight back, nothing in one.
Love the first pitch strikes from Antoine Valerio.
I do too. Big fan.
Yeah. Valerio, quick worker.
Yeah, he is.
Awesome.
The 0-1. Tight with a fastball, 1-1.
You know who he kind of reminds me of?
Who?
Taiwan Walker.
I don't know. I haven't watched enough Taiwan Walker.
It's
1-1. Ground ball to third on 3 hops. Griffin Harrison will field double clutch. Throw to first. It's in time for the second out.
it's just the way he starts rocking into his motion.
I always get Johnny Cueto.
I like the Cueto. The Cueto is very good. The hair kind
Yeah.
of brings out the early career
Yeah.
Cueto. 2 good comparisons.
Yeah. I'll take your word for it. I trust you.
The Taiwan Walker mostly comes because we're so far away, and the hair is about the same.
First pitch to Brasher's a slider that drops in on the inside. Front doored him. Nothing in one. No balls and a strike to Brasher. Curveball on the inside. Nothing in 2. Brasher comes in. 242 average. A home run. 8 runs batted in. Valerio rocks. Now brings it above the letters. The 0-2. Reaches out. Taps one back behind the plate. It's like off of his own face.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ouch.
You don't see that often.
No.
Wow. Oh, no.
Ouch. Big ouch. Ouch back.
Ouch back, yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah, that's no good, though.
Looks like Brasher's going to be taken out of the game.
Yeah,
Feel for him.
that sucks.
Yeah, that's how your summer season ends.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Back.
Yeah, that's tough. I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yeah, this look around the CCL is brought to you by American Stage Tours, small enough to care and large enough to compete. Game you're listening to now, Walnut Creek Crawdads and Sonoma Stompers tied 0-0 in the bottom of the second inning. San Luis Obispo Blues and the Santa Barbara Foresters at Pershing Park in Santa Barbara at 2 p.m. The Conejo Oaks and Academy Barons. It's the Oaks ahead of the Barons, 2-0, doesn't say the inning. Lincoln Potters and Bay Area Admiral starts at 6:35. And Healdsburg versus San Francisco. Healdsburg is up 6-2. San Francisco not a part of the CCL.
Correct. So the new hitter is going to be the same hitter. It's still Nathan Brasher.
All right.
The 0-2 from Valerio. Ground ball to shortstop. Matt King's got it on 3 hops. Will throw to first. Donnelly pulls down the high throw to end the inning. So Nathan Brasher has his Paul Pierce moment. I'm coming back onto the field, but ends up grounding out to end the inning. We'll head to the top of the third, still scoreless. Joey Van Duzen back for his third inning of work after he struck out the side in the second. He'll face 8-9-1, Griffin Harrison, Ryder Helfrich, and then Ryan Ellis. First pitch to Harrison is above the strike zone, 1-0.
Welcome back, Griff. Don't know where you were, but it was a few days.
I learned that, and I don't remember this, so tell me if you remember this. I'll tell you after the 1-0. Keep it suspenseful.
Okay.
The 1-0. Fastball at the top of the zone, 1-1. I learned yesterday, I kind of just assumed he was like on a visit or something. Apparently he got hit in Healdsburg on the foot and was out for a couple days.
Yeah, I remember him getting hit.
I just don't remember that. The 1-1. Harrison checks his swing on a curveball off the outside. Did he go? Not even an appeal. 2-1.
Good to have him back. Plays great defense. The bat is really come around this summer. So, been fun to watch, putting up competitive at-bats. Good guy to have at the bottom of the lineup. Give Farfan a day off. He needed it.
2-1. Harrison takes on the inside and high. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, no score here in the third. Van Duzen to the righty. Harrison has struck out 3 in a row. The 2-2. Strike 3 swinging. Got the fastball past him at the top of the strike zone. It's 4 strikeouts in a row for Joey Van Duzen after Carson knocks her table over.
I'm going to go check on that.
Yeah, you should. Good luck. Here's Ryder Helfrich. Behind the plate today, first pitch to Helfrich is up high with the ball. So 4 strikeouts in a row for Joey Van Duzen. The 1-0. Helfrich takes on the inside, call the strike, 1-1. Cooked. The 1-1. Helfrich takes up and away, 2-1.
This is the worst day of my life.
One of those days.
Yeah.
2-1. Slider down and away, 3-1.
I just knew it was going to be me, and that's what hurts the most, you know.
Do we need to explain what happened?
I just kicked the table. I mean, I literally talked about it, too. Like, there's no way this doesn't get kicked over. And I kicked it over.
3-1. Helfrich taps it foul, 3-2. And with it,
my laptop is done. It was, you know, on the verge of being done before, a little crack in the bottom, and the screen was going out. Now it's just all black. So, Mom, Dad, if you're listening, I'm gonna need a new laptop.
should we start a GoFundMe?
Yeah. Yes. Oh.
3-2. Helfrich strikes out swinging. No. Did he go? Yes, there we go. Looks like he swung all the way, and finally the late appeal over to Kate Hart at first. She said yes. It's 5 straight strikeouts for Joey Van Duzen.
You know, I am proud of myself. I kicked it, but I like held it down, and I was able to keep all the important equipment on the table. Your laptop, the mixer. But, man. And we struck out 5 straight times.
It's just one of those days, man. Here's Ryan Ellis, takes the first pitch on the inside for a strike. Crawdads are not a team that strikes out a lot.
No.
Just 268 times this year places them in the bottom 2 of the CCL. But a lot this series. The 0-1. Ellis swings and misses, nothing in 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Van Duzen, a long look in. Now he comes set. The 0-2 to Ellis. just a little outside, 1-2.
I need a Ryan Ellis home run in my life right about now. Just about the only thing that'd make me feel better.
1-2 to Ellis from Van Duzen. High with the fastball, 2-2.
I need Ellis homer, Duroff double, Fellows homer, and then Ryan Troy to come in and throw 3 immaculate innings in a row, and that's the only way I'll get some ounce of happiness back in my life.
The 2-2. Curveball down and in, 3-2.
I wouldn't be mad
Did
at
you
a
take a
walk.
walk?
I wouldn't be mad at a walk. But I don't even know where my phone's here. And I cracked my phone today.
Dude.
Like, it sucks.
Yeah. 3-2. Ellis strikes out swinging. 6 straight strikeouts for Joey Van Duzen. He's cruising through 3. Led to the bottom half of the third, still scoreless. Bottom half of the third inning, this call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment. Maybe a little ounce of happiness for you.
Yeah. Gaucho
Ryan.
legend, Ryan Troy. Don't have his exact numbers, but I know he's pitching to an ERA of around 4. If you take out that first outing against the Bay Area Admirals, this guy's awesome. I have a story coming out about him soon. Probably not now that I don't have a laptop, but be on the lookout for that coming in. Tie game in the third. 3 scoreless from RT.
I just feel bad for you, man.
3 scoreless is what I want.
Yeah, 1-2, 6.86 ERA on the year, 13 games, 21 innings, 24 strikeouts, 18 walks, pair of saves.
ERA's come down a lot. It was, up around 12,
Yeah.
10 for a long time. It's on the way down.
It's up to 1440
Yeah.
in a game against the Packers.
Yeah, and he's pitched well. The big thing for him, strike 1. Strike 1 is huge. Gets that, you're gonna be happy, because his stuff is good. The slider's nasty. Working on the changeup. Changeup's been good. The slider's always good. He has command of all 3. He's a top pitcher in the CCL for sure.
He'll be facing Jose Ruiz, the shortstop. First pitch, curveball on the outside, strike 1. The 0-1 from Troy. Fastball high and tight, count evens at 1. No score here in the bottom of the third. Jose Ruiz, 241 hitter, a pair of home runs, 11 runs batted in. He's had a good series. 1-1, fastball up high, 2-1. 2 for 4 with a double this series is Ruiz. Right-handed hitting shortstop. 2-1. Fastball just off the outside, 3-1.
Even if you know, Troy's not throwing strikes, at least right there. Close, competitive. Slight adjustment, bring it in a little bit.
3-1, fastball off the inside, but swung on and missed. 3-2.
I mean, you can see the movement on that fastball from here. That sink, heavy sinker from Ryan Troy, up around 90 miles an hour. Coming into a righty.
3-2. Slider on the outside corner called strike 3. First batter for strikeout for Ryan Troy.
Well, it won't be an immaculate inning, but, you know, 3 strikeouts in an inning would be pretty cool, too. It's a good start. If you want to get 3 in an inning, you have to start with 1. So.
Not always,
Well, yeah, the drop third and whatever, but
good idea too.
yeah, if you want to go in order.
Here's Kellen Carr, the second baseman. Struggling this summer, 125 average, no home runs, no runs batted in. First pitch squares to bunt, takes the fastball off the outside, 1-0. The 1-0. Tapped behind the plate, 1-1.
I was talking to Ryan yesterday after the game, asking him if he was going to start, and he said probably not start, but I'm good for 75 pitches. So that's what we're looking at for Troy. He's been getting extended a little bit. Not sure what he is going to do at UCSB, probably in relief.
1-1 slider dances to the outside edge, 1-2.
But it's always good to have a guy that can come out from the bullpen, throw 65, 75 pitches.
The 1-2. Tapper to the right side, over to get it on 3 hops is Ryan Ellis on the run. Tosses over to first in time to get Kellen Carr.
It's a harder play than Ryan Ellis made it look. You know, that 4-hopper kind of spinning off the bat. Fields it low, goes to first on the run, 2 up, 2 down.
That'll bring up Noah Rabin, right fielder, 0 for 1, struck out on 5 pitches his first time up. Righty Troy to the lefty Rabin, first pitch, fouled straight back, 0-1. It's electric.
Coach DeHaas, thank you for the message on Instagram.
Needed it.
Yeah. Wow. I'll be getting one.
0-1. Line drive, right field over is Brian Duroff. It's going to drop fair down the right field line. Over around first, heading for second is Rabin. As Duroff digs it out in the corner, the cutoff's going to go into Ellis, but it's not in time. It's a 2-out double for Noah Rabin, and there's a runner on second.
It's a good swing, pulling that thing down the line. Good exit velo. Duroff, no chance at it. Down and in, dropped the barrel. Put a good swing, and that's what he did. Now he's in scoring position with 2 outs.
That'll bring up Jag Burden, the left fielder, who's 0 for 1, flew out to right field his first time. How legit is it?
I think it's pretty, I mean, it's a verified source. 14-inch laptop, HP Stream, $180, $30 off.
First pitch to Burden is a slider on the outside, 0-1.
Yeah, I mean, probably end up getting it. I don't have the money for it now, but eventually. We'll get there.
0-1. Slider on the outside, 0-2. Back-to-back back doors. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Troy struck out the first batter he faced, then got a ground out and gave up a double. But here ahead, 0-2 to Burden. Sets below the belt. Looks to second, now the 0-2. Slider somehow tapped off to the left.
Tossing swords. It's a good slider.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second here in the third. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Slider passed him off the inside. It's 2 strikeouts in the inning for Ryan Troy. Led to the top of the 4th, where Carson Mercier will take over on play-by-play when we come back. Still scoreless here on the Crawdads Streaming Network.
This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. The NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment. New pitcher, Christian Klosterman.
He struggled this summer in 8 games played. He's gone 15 innings, 12 strikeouts, 19 walks, a 9.69 ERA in league play. But he's coming off a stretch of 4 really good outings where he hasn't given up an earned run since June 14th against these Crawdads.
Duroff skies the first pitch of the inning, high down the third base line, but a foul ball into the pavilion. No balls and 1 strike on BD. He's 0 for 1.
Final line for Joey Van Dusen. He was fantastic. 3 hitless innings. The only base runner, a 2-out hit by pitch in the first, struck out the last 6 he faced.
No balls and a strike. Righty-righty matchup. Klosterman delivers a slider that misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Brian Duroff. Not the start that the Crawdads were looking for in the first 3 frames.
Or you.
Or me. Rough day all around. At least it's shaded. 1-1 to Duroff. Curveball off the outside. 2 balls and a strike. Yeah, no more laptop. So all the nice notes that I had for this game, don't have them anymore. 2 balls and 1 strike from Klosterman. Fastball hit on the ground left side. Third baseman Mikey Bell goes to a backhand long throw to first is high and gets past the first baseman Capacete. Going for second base is Brian Duroff. He will have it easily on the 2-base error from the third baseman Mikey Bell.
Error, not hit error.
I think just error.
Okay.
E5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
I mean, it's just threw it high.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Here's Cole Fellows, who was hit in the shin, the 1 base runner allowed by the starter Joey Van Dusen. That ball that hit him in the shin, well, it's kind of lingering. You can tell he's walking out to left field today, limping. Took a extra base on ball that got past the catcher, and gingerly took off for second. Big lead off second for Duroff. Klosterman delivers a fastball that misses a little bit above the belt. 1-0 to Cole Fellows. Crawdads wearing the gray tops, gray pants, white on white for the Stompers with the blue cap and the orange bill. 1-0 from Klosterman. Fastball runs inside, gets away from the catcher Lamonto, moving up 90 feet, and into third base is Brian Duroff on the wild pitch.
Yeah, that one way up and in. I thought it hit Cole again. The way it ricocheted off the glove of Lamonto, but Duroff's able to move to third, and Crawdads right in scoring position without a hit.
So the best scoring opportunity for the Crawdads today. Tied in the top of the 4th, 0-0. Crawdads still looking for their first hit. 2-0 to Cole Fellows as a slider tapped off of that shin. 2-1.
Ouch.
Ouch
back.
Ouch back.
Where did that start?
I heard it from Matt Vetskursion in MLB The Show. I was a big MLB The Show guy growing up. Kobe knows what I'm talking about. Ouch back was huge.
Sure.
Yeah. 2 balls and a strike from the righty Klosterman. Curveball hit on the ground off of Klosterman and kicks to Mikey Bell. He spins, goes to first. It is not in time and past the first baseman. Brian Duroff will come home to score. Should be an infield single by Cole Fellows, and the Crawdads strike first here in the 4th.
Hey, you'll take it. Doesn't matter how you do it. It's a single, it's an RBI, and the run comes home. Crawdads needed a lead.
Who decided to hit that guy third? Me.
I am not even going to say anything mean
It was
to you.
me. You can't. Today is just awful.
If it makes you feel any better, I just kicked my water bottle under.
Your water.
pictures.
Oh.
Thought we'd give you like a glimmer.
No. I'm broken.
Not as broken as your laptop.
Yeah, you are right. Meeting on the mound between the Stompers infield. Just checking on Christian Klosterman, who took that ball off of some part of his lower half. It's the first hit for the Crawdads today, an infield hit. And actually, it looks like they're ruling it an error on the scoreboard, which not exactly sure how you can
No, I think
call
they
that
gave the hit accidentally to Sonoma because they only should have 2 hits right now.
whatever they decided to do. Matt King is stepping up with a runner on first base. It's Cole Fellows. Nobody out top of the 4th inning with the Crawdads now ahead 1-0. First pitch from Christian Klosterman out of the set is a curveball, ran inside and hit Matt King. So 3 straight Crawdads to reach base here in the 4th inning after going through the first 3 hitless.
Love it. Keep it going. Don't stop. Your lineup
My lineup.
in the last 3 at-bats has gotten on base 3 times.
Yeah.
And here's your pick the stick.
And here is my pick the stick. Hopefully he hits a ball into my lap
Would that make up for it at all?
a little bit.
If you got it signed?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Pointer 0 for 1. He struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Klosterman delivers a curveball that swung on and missed. Pointer went chasing, and so far today he's seen 4 pitches, all of them strikes. First and second are the runners for the Crawdads. They lead by 1 in the top of the 4th inning. No balls and 1 strike from Klosterman. Runs inside and hits Tyson Pointer on the elbow to load the bases. Back-to-back hit by pitches for the Crawdads in the 4th. Every runner or every batter to come to the plate has reached base at some capacity.
Yeah, your lineup might not be hitting the ball all that well, but they're getting on base, and that's all that matters. Justin, are you going down? Can you potentially grab my water that fell under there? It doesn't have to be like right now.
There'll be a meeting between Colton Lamento and Christian Klosterman.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah,
Colton Lamonto, Christian Klosterman,
Klosterman.
San Jose legend.
Yeah. Friends? No. Not. Well, where do you go to school?
I don't know.
This is how shaken out. It's just a rough one. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I'm sorry.
Be
Now
glad it happened.
the whole wow. That's
No,
just-
not that. Just
okay.
like life.
Okay.
Everything's a learning experience.
Uh,
Justin.
The whole Stompers infield now departs from the mound. This one looks to be an official meeting, not a checkup on Klosterman. Inning started with an E5. Brian Duroff was allowed to reach on that. Infield single from Colt Fellows. Matt King was hit. Tyson Pointer was hit. And here's Joey Donnelly.
Nope.
And no, never mind. You're right. They're going to the bullpen with the bases loaded and nobody out here in the 4th inning. Christian Klosterman will depart without recording an out. We will have the pitching change when we get back from Arnold Field in Sonoma, California. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. The NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment. It's the right-hander Cade Balma to face Joey Donnelly with the bases loaded and nobody out here in the 4th inning. A run has already come home to score here in the 4th on just 1 hit. Christian Klosterman, well, he left the bases loaded and has put Cade Balma in a pretty tough spot. Donnelly 0 for 1 today. He struck out swinging back in the second inning. Was the second of 6 consecutive strikeouts from Joey Van Duzen. First pitch to Donnelly, fastball fouled off of the catcher Colton Lamonto. He runs out up the first baseline, and the home plate umpire will give him the courtesy timeout. Count goes to 0-1. Any numbers on Mr. Balma?
Yeah, he's pitched in one game. It was against Solano. As we all know, offensive powerhouse.
Yes.
He went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 3 hits.
Okay.
Excuse me, sorry. No hits. 3 runs. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts.
Well, hopefully,
It's a little weird of a line.
yeah, that's an interesting one. Bases are loaded. Nobody's out here in the top of the fourth. 0-1 changeup misses off the outside. 1-1. So Sophie texted me asking what happened to the laptop. And for those that don't know, we'll explain it again, and I'll just go through my trauma one more time. After this pitch, Balma set. The 1-1 is in the dirt, 2-1. So we're in the bleachers out in left field, Sophie, and anyone else. But and when we had this table set up just like on the seat and nothing really holding it, and I kicked it and my laptop went flying. 2-1, way outside, 3 balls and a strike.
I will stand by the fact that I think this is probably the best setup for today.
Yeah,
'Cause
I mean,
the sun was unbearable.
the sun, yeah, wouldn't have been able to do it, but, you know, just the fact that my laptop has been sacrificed, and no one's fault but my own. 3-1 to Donnelly, line drive right at the shortstop Ruiz. He goes to second for 1. There will be no throw, so a run will come home to score. A nice slide by Tyson Pointer broke up the double play. It's 2-0 Crawdads in the fourth.
Yeah, that could end up being a very big play from Tyson Pointer. A really good takeout slide at second base. Carr, a really talented defensive player, a guy that's played second base at the D1 level. Probably would have had a play on Donnelly at first base, but instead the fielder's choice keeps runners on the corners, just 1 out. Runner on third.
Runners on the corners, 1 out. And Casey Cummings coming to the plate. Struck out in his first at-bat back on just 4 pitches. Big opportunity to extend on a 2-0 lead. Donnelly, CCL leader in stolen bases, does some dancing. This one is hit pretty high, pretty deep to left field. Jack Burden has a beat on it in front of the wall. He'll make the catch. Tagging from third is Matt King. The relay throw to the plate is cut off, and the Crawdads take a 3-0 lead in the fourth.
Yeah, Casey Cummins got a really, really good piece of that one. It was a really nice looking swing. That's the swing that we had been really looking to see for Casey Cummings before his injury. Going to the pull side, driving that ball on the inside, drove in a run. That's all that matters.
The fly out of Casey Cummings picks up him an RBI and is the second out of the fourth inning. Here's Griffin Harrison with Donnelly still on first base, was not able to tag. First pitch fastball from Balma misses inside, 1-0. Griffin struck out swinging back in the third inning, right around the time I would have broke my laptop.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
Yeah. 1-0, fastball off of Griffin Harrison, and a hit by pitch. It's the third hit by pitch of the inning.
Crawdads only have 1 hit, but a big error and 3 hit by pitches. Are they going to say it didn't hit Griff?
And Brandt is going to come out and argue here.
I heard Nico Button say, "Look at the track, man."
I mean, it wasn't one of those things where, Griffin thought about it for a second and then tossed the bat. I mean, he spun and instantly tossed the bat down. So we'll see. Brandt is kind of just being pushed back into the first base dugout. Cade Balma will receive a new ball from the home plate umpire, and
I think they're calling it a strike.
Yeah, this is interesting. Now the Stompers coach is going to start a conversation with the home plate umpire. They both retreat, waiting for the ruling on the scoreboard.
1-1.
They're going to say it hit Griffin Harrison's bat, and the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. So interesting little development there is instead of runners on first and second, it's a 1-1 count. Harrison grounds this one outside of the first base bag in 1-2.
Did just get a text from Mateo saying that Cade Balma, Monte Vista, Chabot alum.
Nice. The more you know.
Yeah.
Monte Vista, awesome.
Legendary.
Yeah. Build the statue.
We should build your statue there.
Yeah.
Sacrifice his laptop.
Yeah. 1-2 is a fastball way outside to even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Griffin Harrison, who bats from the number 8 spot with Ryder Helfrich waiting on deck.
What pose would you want your statue to be in?
I think, just me like this with the headset on. Thumbs up, smiling. 2-2 to Griff. Fastball chopped foul. Into the Crawdads dugout. They're hosted on the third base side with the Stompers on the first base side.
Joey Donnelly running on the pitch, looking for his league-leading 21st steal. It should be his 22nd, but he's still gypped of one from Healdsburg.
Was it Healdsburg? Yeah. Yeah, what's new?
It's always the Packers. The board says 3-2. I have 2-2.
I have 2-2 as well. So
We'll see.
here's the pitch. It's taken for strike 3. So Cade Balma comes in, does a pretty good job of limiting the damage. However, 3 runs come home to score. Crawdads lead 3-0. We're going bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th inning at Arnold Field in Sonoma. Crawdads and Stompers battling it out with the Crawdads on top of the Stompers 3-0 after their 3-run 4th. Mikey Bell, Colton Lamento, and Logan Azam to face Ryan Troy. Bell takes strike 1 from Troy. The 0-1 is a slider just off the outside to even it up. A ball and a strike here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So Ryan Troy back in his first inning of work in the 3rd, struck out a pair, got a ground out, worked around a 2-out double from the leadoff hitter Noah Rabin. 1-1 from Troy. Curveball catches the back door and gets him ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Troy has been awesome. That's about all I've got. 1-2 from the big righty. Fastball runs inside, gets away from Ryder Helfrich, but it's called a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has been awesome. Awesome dude.
Really nice guy.
Quality human.
Yeah.
Haircut. I think lost some walks.
I like the shorter hair.
Yeah, I do too.
It's a good look for Ryan. Here's the 2-2. Slider misses high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I said in the previous inning, he's going to be good for about 75 pitches today. Would love to check how many he's at now. But if you don't know, I don't have a laptop. Here's the full count pitch from Ryan Troy. Fastball blew it by him. 3 Ks already for Ryan Troy. It's the first out of the bottom of the 4th inning.
He wants the pog check.
Yeah.
Player of the game.
Yes. I mean, he always,
No, he'll come in for 2 batters and give up 3 hits and be like, hey, player of the game today?
There was one, he threw 1 pitch, got the save, and wanted the player of the game.
He's a smart man.
Yeah.
Knows what he wants.
Here's Colton Lamonto. The catcher's 0 for 1. He struck out. Watches a first pitch fastball right down the middle. Nothing in 1. How's your laptop? Nothing in 1 from RT slider into the Crawdads dugout, and quickly ahead is.
If you had to guess how many, sorry.
I don't know.
If you had to guess how many pitches he was at, what would you guess?
26.
25.
Okay.
This is 25.
Okay. Not a bad guess. No balls, 2 strikes, and out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Crawdads on top of the Stompers, 3-0. Here's the 0-2 from Troy. Slider swung on and missed. Back-to-back Ks for Ryan Troy, and there's 2 down in the 4th inning. Actually, 3 straight strikeouts.
P-O-G.
He wants it.
P-O-G. P-F-P.
4 strikeouts already for Ryan Troy, and as Logan Azum steps in, he's 0 for 1. Stepping up to the Barbie theme song. That's crazy.
I can't hear it, actually.
Yeah. With a pitch was delivered, but the music was still going, so they're going to say no pitch. Troy was frustrated. So I'm angry.
Nick Proctor says Barbie was good.
Really? Barbie was good?
Fan? That's what I've heard.
First pitch in their first strike. I saw on like Twitter, like it's actually like clips and whatever. I saw it's like actually kind of funny. That's pretty good. 0-1, fastball misses high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I mean, if it has the Nick Proctor seal of approval.
Yeah, I gotta go watch it. Nick
Right.
Proctor, awesome. Although he's gonna pitch today. He's talking about Barbie. 1-1, fastball hit on the ground to Joey Donnelly. He'll take it to first himself and retire this side. A 1-2-3 4th inning for Ryan Troy. He gets his 3rd and 4th strikeouts. We're going top 5. Crawdads up 3-0. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. The NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment. It's the 4th pitcher for the Stompers. It's the 4th righty. It's Sean Flowers.
He has been fantastic. The Healdsburg native, not pitching for the Packers, but I bet they wish they had this guy on their team. He's been great. 2-0, 1.98 ERA, 15 strikeouts, and 13 2/3 innings pitched.
It's Helfrich, Ellis, and Duroff in the top of the 5th with the Crawdads up 3-0. First pitch from Flowers misses in the dirt. 1-0. Helfrich 0 for 1 with a strikeout. The 5th strikeout in a series of 6 straight set down by way of the K from the starter Joey Van Duzen, who went 3 no hits. Only runner was a hit by pitch and struck out 6. 1-0 in there for a strike, 1-1. Austin, the book is closed on Christian Klosterman and Cade Balma. I don't have it. I am assuming you do.
I do. Want to wait till after this pitch?
Yes, after this pitch would be great.
So awesome.
1-1 from Flowers is a line drive through the left side. A leadoff base hit for Ryder Helfrich.
Such a good swing.
Yeah, it's very solid.
All right, ready? Christian Klosterman.
Okay.
No innings.
Okay.
1 hit.
Okay.
3 runs.
Yikes.
2 earned.
Okay.
No walks, no strikeouts.
No walks. And Balma,
1 inning.
1 inning.
No hits.
No.
No runs. No walks. 1 strikeout.
Okay, thank you.
Shout out Cade Balma, Monte Vista legend.
So the leadoff single from the catcher, Ryder Helfrich, will flip the order and bring up Ryan Ellis, who's 0 for 2. Flowers comes to the plate, delivers a fastball that misses at the letters, 1-0. Ellis has struggled as of late. He's, of course, 0 for 2 today. He struck out, but that average down 150 or so in the last week. 1 ball, no strikes. Helfrich takes off for second. Pitch is hit pretty high, pretty deep down the left field line, well into foul ground, so that'll even the count 1-1.
Healdsburg zone. Can you imagine growing up in Healdsburg, California?
Yeah, Healdsburg is awesome.
Yeah,
Said,
sure. That's what I was thinking when I
yeah.
said that.
It's no Walnut Creek, tell you that.
No, P-Town.
No, it's no Goleta. Goleta's awesome.
Sure.
1 ball, 1 strike. Top 5. Helfrich on first. Ellis at the dish. Slider hit into right center field, moving over and coming in is Nathan Brasher. He'll reach up with one hand and make the catch. Helfrich, the runner on first, scampers back to the first base bag.
Scampers.
Yeah. Yeah. You ever feel like,
Plastic bag.
no, I wasn't
Drifting
going.
through the wind.
I mean,
wanting
a little-
to start again.
Yeah. You ever wish that you
feel,
could
feel
just
so paper thin?
start this day over? You know, do everything the same except for the last hour. Here's Brian Duroff, 0 for 2. Did reach on an error. Helfrich takes off. First pitch fastball's in there for a strike. Here's the throw to second. It's late and not in time. Ryder Helfrich steals second base. He's in scoring position with only 1 out and Brian Duroff at the dish.
Got a great jump. The tag, it looked like was there, but just a little late, and he slid under it. I think the throw was in time, but the tag was a little high.
So good job me, putting Ryder Helfrich at the bottom of the order for that reason exactly. I wanted him to lead off, bottom of the 5th inning with the single and be on base for the top of the order. That was my thinking when I wrote the lineup today. And have the top of the order up, less than 2 outs, have him steal second because he's the fastest runner on this team. He did. No balls, a strike to Duroff.
I lost my pen, so I kind of know what it feels like.
Yeah, your pen. I lost everything.
Hey, you get free pizza later.
That's great. That'll make up for it.
Will it?
Yeah. Coach DeHaas said I can just take Justin's laptop because he doesn't use it.
Shout out Sam.
Helfrich taking off for third pitch is called a strike throw to third is in time. Nice throw from Colton Lamonto to throw out Ryder Helfrich trying to steal third base.
Double kill.
Yeah.
Out at third, call the strike. Ouchie.
Yeah.
Ouch back.
Ouch back. So no balls, 2 strikes, now 2 outs quickly in the 5th. Sean Flowers' 0-2 pitch to Duroff is a slider that skips in. A ball and 2 strikes.
I wouldn't want to live in Healdsburg.
I don't know. I mean, it's not the worst place I've ever seen.
Pleasanton.
Pleasanton's not terrible. Pleasanton is nice.
Okay.
1-2 from the righty Flowers, who works from the stretch with no one on base. There's a slider hit on the ground. Mikey Bell goes to a backhand throw from foul. Ground is not in time. Gets past the first baseman, Capacete, yet again. Digging for second is Duroff. He's in standing, so a single and an error allows Brian Duroff to reach second base, and you're really, really frustrated with getting thrown out at third base right now.
Alfredo Capacete really struggles with picking balls.
Yeah.
None of those are easy per se, but he's kind of like fully whiffed on all of them.
Yeah. It will be a single and the E5 on Mikey Bell, his second error of the day. It's the second Sonoma error of the day. And it brings up Cole Fellows, who's 1 of 1. He got hit by a pitch in the first and singled, came around to score in the fourth. Flowers delivers the fastball. It's popped up left side, but foul into the houses. 0-1.
Just 3 hits on the day for the Crawdads. They have not hit the ball well.
3 hits, 3 runs, no errors, no runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for the Stompers. They're doing enough. They lead 3-0 in the 5th inning. Trying to score for a consecutive straight inning. Here's the 0-1. It's a fastball lined right by the track man behind home plate. 0-2 quickly to Cole Fellows.
What if the ball hits the track man?
I think it's fine. It's meant for that.
Sure.
Yeah. Spencer has a tattoo.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Very much does.
Yeah, that's cool. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner in scoring position on second base is Duroff. Here's the 0-2 from Flowers, a slider. Chopped foul into the Stompers dugout. Count
Stomp
stays.
it off.
Count stays, 0-2.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Just defeated. Like, just mentally, I haven't been here in a long time.
Like, haven't been this
Like,
low?
Mentally this low. I failed a science class in 7th or 8th grade, and that was pretty low. Here's the 0-2 fastball, way up and away. 1-2. Maybe I didn't fail. I failed a test. No, you know what? It was my communications class. Now that I remember, my communications class from this most recent fall semester. Yeah, 1-2. Fastball, low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I failed the third to final presentation. Just wasn't prepared. Still got to be in the class, though, so that was good.
Yes.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 5th inning. Fellows, the lefty, off Flowers, the righty. This one is lined. Wow. What a catch by Kellen Carr, laying it out, taking away a base hit and maybe a run from the Crawdads. So the Crawdads leave a runner in scoring position, don't score in the 5th inning. We're going bottom 5. They do lead 3-0 at Arnold Field in Sonoma. Almost lost a pen. That would have not been good. Bottom of the 5th inning. Crawdads on top of the Stompers, 3-0. Ryan Troy back to work. First pitch of the inning to Alfredo Capacete is a check swing called strike, 0-1. Ryan Troy in his third inning of relief already. 4 strikeouts on the day, no walks. A hit was a 2-out double, left him right there. Here's the 0-1. It's a slider waved at and missed. Capacete went chasing at a slider in the dirt. He's quickly behind 0-2. He's also 0 for 1 today, grounded out to Griffin Harrison, the third baseman. No balls and 2 strikes from Troy. Slider taken right down the middle, strike 3. That's the White Castle special. 3 sliders, 3 strikes, and he gets his 5th strikeout.
Guess someone could say Ryan is Troying with the hitters right now.
Yeah, he's cooking.
Yeah, he is.
I could use some White Castle. Never had it.
Me neither.
Yeah.
We walked in when we went to Vegas, and there was like a 2-hour line.
Yeah.
We were like, no.
Yeah, not worth it.
Because it's not good. It's just famous.
Yeah. Here's Nathan Brasher, takes a slider, just a little high and maybe an outside as well. Brasher, the center fielder's 0 for 1, grounded into the 6-3 to Matt King back in the second inning. I don't know if I'd wait 2 hours for any fast food.
No. Kind of defeats the purpose of fast food.
1-0 gets to the backstop with the fastball, 2 balls, no strikes. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's been times that I've waited like 30 or 40 minutes for In-N-Out. Cane's is super good. I would wait 45 minutes for the Popeyes chicken sandwich. Absolutely. I mean, if you want me to get onto a rant right now, I can talk about the chicken sandwich.
No, I think we should talk about baseball.
2-0, fastball, blew it past him, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning with the Crawdads on top, 3-0. Troy set. Here's the 1-2. Slider taken down the middle. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ryan has really got that control today.
Yeah, he does. It's been great.
Battles back from a 2-0 count. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to Nathan Brasher. The 2-2 ran inside and hit him. So with 1 out, Nathan Brasher will reach first base on the hit by pitch that brings up Jose Ruiz.
Yeah, tough situation. Tried to front door the slider. It's been the pitch that's been there for him most against righties today, but just threw it a little too much into the front door. Hit Brasher.
And here's Jose Ruiz, who struck out versus Ryan Troy. Is the first batter that Ryan Troy faced back in the 3rd inning. A couple of future gauchos. Runner on first base is Brasher. Small lead over there, but he takes off for second. Pitches a ball throw from Helfrich to second, is on the wrong side of second base. And sliding into second is Nathan Brasher with a stolen bag.
Yeah, I think that had that been on the first base side of the second base slab, that the runner Brasher is out at second. He got a good jump, but Helfrich is so good behind the plate that I think the throw would have beat him. My buggy shoe.
So the fastball missed inside to Jose Ruiz. It's 1-0 with 1 out and a runner in scoring position.
Not a fan?
No, not really.
Sure.
Yeah. 1-0 to the shortstop Ruiz. Fastball outside, 2-0.
Boogie, we learned, was manager Brant Cummings' nickname.
Yeah, from Andy Mack.
Yeah. Said when he used to run the bases, it looked like he was boogieing.
2-0. Fastball misses high. Snap throw to second base. It is just a little late. Ellie thought he had him. But Brasher just dives back in.
It's a pretty perfect throw. I mean, pop time, about 20 seconds. I mean, 0.2 seconds.
Yeah. It's quick.
Yeah.
Fast.
Very fast.
Sniper.
No, rider.
Yeah. I think the pitch may have been called a strike. So 2-1. Slider in there for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Looked good.
Yeah. Good slider.
Pretty. I really like a righty-righty front door slider.
Yeah. Here's the 2-2 slider, chopped foul, so we'll do the 2-2 again. Ryan Troy with 5 strikeouts, 1 shy of a season high.
Look at Austin Harrington, by the way, making a play over in the Crawdads dugout.
Harrington. I thought it was Wellington.
Yeah, you texted me the other day, and you were like, yeah, Wellington's here. And I was like, who?
Yeah. Whatever. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Troy. Fastball misses high and tight. That'll fill the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jose Ruiz.
Still a close game. Another batter gets another batter on gets the tying run at the plate.
Troy set. Here's the 3-2. Fastball just off the outside for ball 4. So the hit by pitch, now the walk, and there's runners on first and second for Kellen Carr. Just 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
First walk of the day
By Crawdad pitching.
by either team, no?
Yes, that is correct. There's
Just as Kobe Siegel had said, no walks today.
yeah, attaboy Kobe. Kellen Carr, the second baseman, bats out of the number 9 spot. He's 0 for 1, grounded into a 4-3. That was the second out of the 3rd inning. Troy could use a ground ball here with runners on first and second, and Kellen Carr, the batter, is the tying run. Infield's back. Here's the first pitch to Carr. Fastball at the knees, a strike, 0-1.
Pretty
Strike.
perfect first pitch fastball.
Yeah. Just,
In on the knees.
you stretching?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't kick the table. Don't want to find out when that happens. What happens when that happens. Not good things. 0-1 from Troy. He'll take a look at second. Brasher thought about taking off for third, but stays put. The 0-1 is a fastball that missed high. 1-1.
I do think it's kind of situational irony that, like, of course, the only thing that fell was your laptop.
Yeah. Like nothing else.
Not funny.
It's kind of funny.
It's a little bit funny.
1-1 from Troy. Runners go. Pitches the ball. Helfrich's throw is into the outfield. Brasher will score. Being held at second base is Jose Ruiz. So a stolen base, and the E2 allows Nathan Brasher to come home and score the first Stompers run. It's 3-2-1 in the 5th.
Yeah, we saw this the other day. It felt like the Crawdads had a solid lead. They were up 4-2 in the 8th, and some defensive miscues by Ryder Helfrich was what gave it up. So today, Ryder's got to buckle down behind the plate, and I think Joey Camarada is going to start getting loose in the Crawdads bullpen as well.
Jose Ruiz on second base, still just 1 out after the strikeout to start the inning. Here's the 2-1. Fastball past him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good, firm fastball from Ryan Troy, and Kellen Carr had no chance at it.
It doesn't look like he's tiring at all. That one is 46th pitch.
He's been getting up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and out. A run home in the 5th. Troy's 2-2. Slider misses just a little high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I think you can kind of start to see he is tiring a little bit. This slider missing high. That's a good indication of a pitcher starting to tire. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Kellen Carr. Here's the slider. It's tapped on the left side. Harrison gets the low hop, takes a look to second, throws to first, and it is in time. Really, really nice play by Griffin Harrison to keep the runner on second base and get the out.
Yeah, really, really nice play. Kellen Carr was speeding down the third base line when he smelled and hit. That's exactly what he's going to do. Harrison was able to snag the low hop, look back the runner to second, and still have, I mean, he has one of the best infield arms on the team. We knew he was going to get that out.
Yeah, absolutely. And it'll flip the lineup for Noah Rabin, who doubled off Ryan Troy back in the 3rd inning. Still a runner on second base, but 2 outs. Rabin, the tying run, at the plate, watches the first pitch fastball miss outside. 1-0. Action in the Stompers bullpen. It's a lefty. Looks like he's ready to go. 1-0 from Ryan Troy. Fastball high, 2 balls and no strikes. So definitely that first pitch strike rate starting to go down a little bit for Troy. Hasn't really got ahead of this inning. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. 3-1 Crawdads lead. Trying to secure their first place spot in the CCL North. Here's the 2-0 fastball right past him, 2-1.
Rabin's the guy that has the power to change this game. He's probably the most talented hitter on the Stompers roster. A lot of power from the left side. And if he sees fastball or a hanging slider, he'll hit it far.
That's what Gary Sanchez just did. Sanchez just hit a home run. 2 balls and a strike from Ryan Troy. His time will be called. There's a ball that reached right behind home plate from the Stompers bullpen. Troy just never stepped off the rubber. Comes set again. Here's the 2-1. Fastball just off the outside, 3-1.
Don't hate a walk in this situation. An open base,
No, but
especially in a hitter's count.
Jag Burden rakes. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. You don't want to walk the tying run onto the bases. Here's the 3-1. Fastball high. It's ball 4. So 2 walks in the inning allowed by Ryan Troy. There's runners on first and second. The tying run coming up to the plate, or go-ahead run coming up to the plate, it's Jag Burden.
Burden also has a ton of power. Guy that could definitely flip the score around.
He is 0 for 2 today. Flew out to right field in the first. Struck out. Was the second Ryan Troy strikeout back in the third. Runners on first and second. Troy will take a peek at second. Now deliver a fastball that's lined through the middle of the infield into center field. Casey Cummings has some trouble with it. The throw will go to second base, and it gets away from Ellis again. Backing up third was Helfrich. So a run comes home to score. It's now 3-2. Still runners on first and second after the base hit.
Yeah, just a good-looking swing by Jag Burden. Took the ball straight up the middle, right through the Crawdads defense, where absolutely nobody was, and all of a sudden, the tying run is in scoring position.
And it's Mikey Bell coming to the plate, who's already 1 of 2 today. Struck out in the fourth, singled in the first. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Joey Camerata, the righty in the Crawdad bullpen, has started to get loose with a little more urgency. Here's the first pitch to Bell. Slider in there for a strike. 0-1.
Big strike 1.
Infield, outfield, relatively straight up. Troy taking his time will come set and deliver the 0-1 to Bell. It's a fastball that misses high. 1-1.
Fastball starting to lose a little juice. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple more frisbees at the bat to try to get a chase.
Fellows pretty much playing at the left field wall. Here's the 1-1. Fastball on the outside, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ryan Troy trying to leave the tying run on second base here in the 5th inning. Ahead of Mikey Bell, 1-2. Here it is. It's a fastball fouled back into the net. We'll do it again.
Yeah, went challenge fastball up above the zone. Bell got a really good piece of it. Timed it up well. Again, starting to lose a little juice, probably his last inning.
Noah Rabin, the runner on second. Jag Burden, the runner on first. Burden, the go-ahead run, with Rabin the tying run in the 5th. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fastball swung on and missed. Huge strikeout from Ryan Troy. The Stompers leave the tying run on second base. However, they do score 2 times on a couple of hits, a couple of errors, a couple of walks. We're going to the top of the 6th inning. Crawdads lead 3-2 at Arnold Field. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. The NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment. New pitcher in the top of the 6th inning for the Sonoma Stompers. This is the lefty, Riley Phelan. And you know what? It can wait because we've gotten word that Sean Fitzpatrick is listening to the broadcast, watching the broadcast. Sean, I just hope you're doing well wherever you may be. We miss you. You're awesome.
Come back.
Come back would be great.
Can we just make this like a Fitzy highlight show?
Yeah, we definitely should. I mean, ASU, that's awesome. Get to join Justin DeHaas in Tempe, Arizona. Crawdads lead 3-2 in the top of the 6th inning. However, 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th. Kind of got the Stompers right back in it, and I'm ready for the numbers on Riley Phelan.
He's been okay. That's
Okay.
it.
All right.
0-1, 6.87 ERA, 11 games, one of them a start. 18 and a third innings pitched, 15 strikeouts, 14 walks, 19 hits. Coming off a rough stretch of 3 games where he's gone 4 combined innings, given up 7 earned runs on 8 hits and 5 walks, just 2 strikeouts. But before that, ERA was under 6. He was pitching pretty well.
He'll have to face the middle of this Crawdads order, which I wrote in today. It's Matt King, Tyson Pointer, and Joey Donnelly. I made the lineup in the most important game of the season. First pitch to King from the lefty. Fastball misses away, 1-0.
And how have they performed?
They're winning right now. 1-0 to Matt King. Fastball way outside. 2 balls and no strikes to the shortstop, who's 0-for-1. Flew out to center in the first. Got hit by a pitch in the 4th. Would come around to score. 2 balls, no strikes. Phelan. His fastball misses low. 3 balls and no strikes. I've got kind of a interesting broadcasting position here. Practically laying down in the bleachers. Never done that before. 3-0 to King. He's taking it's a fastball right down the middle, 3-1.
Very excited for chiropractic tonight.
Oh, lucky you. 3-1 from Phelan is a fastball popped up right side, but it'll reach the parking lot. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Dad, if you're listening, would love an adjustment tonight because this is not good for my back.
Here's the payoff to Matt King. Fastball popped up again into the parking lot. So the count stays 3 balls and 2 strikes. Does your dad do chiropractic work on laptops?
It's brutal.
I'll stop once you get on play-by-play, but for my innings, I'm just, having fun. Here's the 3-2 grounded on 1 hop to the third baseman, Mikey Bell. He goes to first, a little bit low, but dug out at first by Alfredo Capacete. 1 up, 1 down from Riley Phelan.
You're allowed to make laptop jokes as long as you want.
I just, important game, and I want the last 3 innings at least to be, solid. No laptop, I can't. I'm sorry.
How considerate of you.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Here's Tyson Pointer, who's 0-for-1. First pitch swinging, but he chops it into the Crawdad dugout. Actually bounces off the netting, nearly back into foul ground. Antoine Valerio, first out to get it. So no balls and a strike to the big power hitter, Tyson Pointer. 0-1, curveball in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Favorable matchup for Tyson Pointer. Mashes lefties on the summer. Would have the numbers, but I don't have a laptop.
Really?
Yeah. 1-1 from Phelan. Fastball up and away. 2-1. You know what I haven't said in a long time? Outstairs.
Good job. That's you growing.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Keep that.
I still want a Tyson Pointer home run into the trees. I think it would rattle things up. I mean, the tree right literally overhead of us. Here's the 2-1 from Phelan. Misses high. 3 balls, 1 strike to the power-hitting designated hitter Tyson Pointer. Pretty nice crowd here at Arnold Field in Sonoma. Final game of the regular season as the 3-1 is crushed on the ground, but outside a third, a foul ball. Actually shoots its way into fair territory, so the left fielder, Jag Burden, will run over and get it. To me!
Me.
Oh.
Jag.
Oh.
Jag.
Boo. Count goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Tyson Pointer versus Riley Phelan, the lefty. Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball just below the knees. Looked like the home plate umpire wanted to call it strike 3. He does not, so it's a nice at bat for Tyson Pointer. He works a walk with 1 out.
They usually are. Nice at bats.
Yeah, gotten a lot better.
What?
This hurts my back. Like digging into rotator? No, not rotator cuff back there. What's back there?
Discs?
Yeah, those things. Here's Joey Donnelly, lefty on lefty matchup. Donnelly's 0 for 1. First pitch in there for a strike on the heater.
Vertebrae?
Yeah, I don't know. Donnelly correction 0 for 2 with the strikeout reached on a 6-4 fielder's choice. Nothing in 1 from Riley Phelan. Slider in the dirt. Popping up was the catcher Colton Lamonto. He acted like he was going to snap throw down to first, but Tyson Pointer really wasn't all that far off, so he just held on to it.
Call him Ice Spice the way you thought we was Riley feeling you.
1 ball, 1 strike. Riley Phelan
You
takes
get
a
it?
look at first, delivers a curveball that misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. I'm going to pretend like, you never said that.
Spencer probably gets it.
Yeah. Is Spencer
What?
Spencer, are you an Ice Spice fan? Throw over to first, but back standing is Pointer.
Call me Riley the way you thought I was feeling.
Just stop. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Phelan to Donnelly. Here's the 2-1 from the lefty. Fastball off the outside. Maybe a little bit low as well. 3 balls, 1 strike, second straight batter. The count has gone 3-1.
Wouldn't it be really funny if it was Phelan? And we were
Phelan?
just making all these feeling puns.
I'm not making the Phelan puns.
Sure.
Another throw over.
Oh.
And they're going to have Tyson Pointer picked off for out number 2. Pointer doing a little bit too much dancing with the lefty. Phelan, he caught on and just snapped through right to second base. Nice tag by Alfredo Capacete for the second out.
That's a huge second out. There's really no reason to get thrown out in that spot in a 1-run game. You got to keep the runners on as long as you can. Big out number 2.
So 3 balls and 1 strike. This one is grounded on the right side. Capacete has it, takes it to first himself, and retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Crawdads. Riley Phelan picks off Tyson Pointer. And we're going to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Crawdads up 3-2. Bottom of the 6th inning. Ryan Troy back out for his 4th inning of relief. 6 strikeouts already for Ryan Troy. That ties a season high. He'll be facing Colton Lamento, Logan Azum, and Alfredo Capacete. First pitch to Lamento is fouled back. 0-1. Seemed like Troy was tiring a little bit back in that 5th inning. Gave up 2 runs. Crawdads do still lead 3-2, but almost interesting to see him go back out there for another inning.
Very much so.
0-1 from the righty. Slider ripped down the third base line, hooking and a fair ball all the way into the corner. Cole Fellows picks it up with the bare hand, throws to second base. It's a good one, just not in time. So a lead-off double in the bottom of the 6th inning from Colton Lamento, and the tying run is on second base.
Yeah, Lamonto was a late addition to this Stompers team, but he's been very good. Hit the ball hard all year last summer, doing the same this year. And one batter, and that's enough for Brant Cummings.
Brant Cummings is going to make the track out to the mound, and it looks like that's the day. Joey Camerata will be coming in when we come back. Tying run on second base at Arnold Field in Sonoma. Bottom of the 6th inning, the Crawdads are going to the bullpen. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. The NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment. New pitcher relieving Ryan Troy is Joey Camerata.
Joey's been solid this summer. A 1-1 record, a 6.30 ERA in his 10 games, 20 innings pitched, 21 strikeouts, 17 walks. The walks are high, but as are the strikeouts. He's coming off an outing where he went 2 innings against the Packers, gave up 3 runs, 3 hits, 4 walks, a strikeout. Entering his final inning of work, had been scoreless and then had to be replaced late in the game. So, again, I think better than the final line showed, but inherits a really tough situation.
Yeah, runner on second base is Colton Lamonto after, Troy just threw 2 pitches in this inning, and the second was turned around for a double. Lamonto is the game's tying run. Here's Logan Azum, who grounded out a couple of times today. Righty on lefty matchup for Camerata. First pitch fastball misses a little high. 1-0. Both of us were a little interested that Ryan Troy went back out to work. Definitely seems like he was tiring in the 5th inning. Gave up 2 runs in that 5th inning. 1-0 from the righty Camerata. A couple of looks back to second, now to the plate. Change up just off the outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
Got to get this out. Don't want to walk anyone. Camerata again struggles with the walk. Crawdads' bullpen is relatively thin. They do have Nick Proctor starting to stretch out a little bit.
3-2 Crawdads. Tying run on second base is Colton Lamonto. 2-0 misses high. 3 balls, no strikes, nobody out. Not the start Joey Camerata would have wanted. Harrison, the third baseman, even with the third base bag, maybe a few steps behind. 3-0 from Joey. Comes set, and the pitch down and in. 4-pitch walk to Logan Azum, and there's runners on first and second. The go-ahead run is on the bases.
The bottom of the lineup has struggled a little bit today, but you still don't want to walk the 5-hitter in that spot. Does set up a force at first, second, and third, but now a double play ball gets you a pair. Still, just not a great situation.
Alfredo Capacete, the first baseman, is 0 of 2. A ground out in the second, the 5-3. A very nice play by Griffin Harrison, and a strikeout looking against Ryan Troy back in the in the fifth. Now here in the sixth with 2 runners on and nobody out. First pitch gets to the backstop past Ryder Helfrich. Both runners are going to advance, and there goes your double play possibility. It's a wild pitch. Runners on second and third.
I wouldn't even hate putting him on here.
I mean, there's no hits
Yeah.
in the 7, 8, and 9 spot for the Stompers today.
I would just not. I don't even know what I would do in this spot.
Infield is halfway in with the corners up.
But he still hasn't thrown a strike.
5 pitches, 5 balls, the 1-0. Slider, check swing. They're going to say he went around, nothing in 1, or 1 and 1 rather. First strike of the day for Joey Camerata.
Saved him a little bit. Definitely would have been a ball. No reason to even think about swinging in that spot.
1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. 1-1 from Joey is a changeup taken low and in, 2-1.
Yeah, I think if I'm Joey, I'm just keeping the ball down here.
And the number 19, the man with the pink glove, the doctor, Nick Proctor, is up and throwing in the Crawdad bullpen. Just started. We just saw his first few throws. Here's the 2-1 from Camerata. It's popped up. Center field coming in is Casey Cummings. He loses the hat. The ball drops right in front of him. A run will score. Moving up to third base is Logan Azum, and we're tied at 3 in the 6th.
Just a little dink single. Lamonto had to freeze on third to make sure that the ball had dropped, but in the end it did, and Cummings' strong throw to the plate was offline. And we're right back where we started, just like yesterday.
Crawdads seem to have almost no momentum their way right now. 3 batters coming up in this 6th inning have all reached base. It started with a Colton Lamonto double, a walk from Logan Azum, and an Alfredo Capacete single that tied the game. Corners are in for the Crawdads. Starting to stop off first as the first pitch is fouled back, nothing in 1. Go-ahead run is Logan Azum. He's on third base. Nobody out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Camerata trying to work out of the biggest jam of the day. Here's the 0-1. Fastball past him, nothing in 2.
Officially closes the day on Ryan Troy. 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts.
Good day. All in all, good day. No balls, 2 strikes, runners on the corners. Here's the 0-2, lined into left field. No, diving stop by Matt King, and keeps the runner on third base. Huge out number 1, and a great stop by Matt King.
Yeah, I'm honestly not even sure if he caught it in the air or trapped it, but either way, he did a good sell job, and that's about 50% of the battle. Now keeps the double play intact. Would have scored a run had it gotten past King. That's a huge, huge momentum swinging play.
And to bring up Jose Ruiz, the shortstop, who's 0 of 1. He walked back in the 5th inning, did not come around to score. Struck out in the 3rd, strikes out about 45% of the time. Slider here misses outside, 1-0.
Still, ground ball here gets you out of the inning, so keep the ball down. Camerata's a ground ball guy.
Corners still up. Donnelly, the first baseman, holding on the runner on first. It's Alfredo Capacete. 1-0 past him, 1-1.
Not even close to hitting that fastball.
No. Tick or 2 behind.
Just got to keep throwing the strikes. Joey's got good stuff. He's deceptive.
Logan Azum on third base. Alfredo Capacete on first, 1 out. fastball fouled straight back, 1-2. Azam on third is the go-ahead run. Crawdads Stompers tied at 3 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. If the Crawdads want first place in the North, they need to win today. Last game of the regular season. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Camerata set, runner takes off from first, pitches outside, no throw from rider Helfrich, and a stolen base for Alfredo Capacete. 2 runners in scoring position, just 1 out, no more double play possibility.
Right, exactly. There goes the double play, and Joey was very focused on the runner at the plate, just trying to get that out there. Or excuse me, the hitter at the plate. Now the infield's going to have to come in.
With the Crawdad infield coming in, the outfield will follow. Here's the 2-2. Slider taken, strike 3. First strikeout for Joey Camerata. Couldn't have come at a better time. It's the 2nd out of the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, that's a huge, huge strikeout. Didn't advance the runners, and so now that steal doesn't hurt as much. Got to get this guy here. Kellen Carr 0 for 2 at the dish. Got to keep him 0 for.
Bats out of the number 9 spot. Has grounded out twice today. Once to Ryan Ellis, once to Griffin Harrison. Go-ahead run 90 feet away. First pitch from Joey. Slider at the knees, a strike. 0-1.
Sometimes all it takes is 1 strike, and that's what it felt like Joey got in his second batter. Capacete getting that slider a little low, found the strike zone a little more consistency.
Camerata from the stretch. Here's the 0-1. It's grounded back up the middle. King cuts it off, goes to first from the second base. Baggett's in time to retire the side. So Joey Camerata works his way through some trouble. However, the Stompers tie the game at 3. We're going top 7, knotted up at 3. Crawdads, Stompers. Austin Oda going to be taking over on play-by-play to carry us through the rest of the regular season when we come back.
Top half of the 7th inning, this call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball, all while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment.
It's Brian Thornton. 4-3 win-loss, 6.25 ERA.
First pitch was outside.
Making it his 11th appearance, 8 of which have been starts. 36 innings, 32 strikeouts, 22 walks, 38 hits. He's been a workhorse.
1-0. Cummings waves and misses at a slider. 1-1. Yeah, he's thrown a lot of innings. Like a lot.
That's 40 innings up near it. That's a lot.
In a summer?
Summer ball. 2 months.
The 1-1. Cummings taps it behind the plate. 1-2. So Dads and Stompers tied at 3 here in the 7th. It's been everything we could have asked for. But the Crawdads don't lead. They need to win this game if they want to secure first place for the first time in the CCL North. The 1-2 to Cummings. Curveball swung on and missed. Second time Cummings is struck out today. First strikeout for Bryant Thornton.
Just not a good offensive day all around for the Crawdads. It's been, I don't want to call it lazy. It's not lazy, but it's been uninspiring for sure. Gotta find a way to push one or two across.
Or 7. First pitch to Griffin Harrison is way up high, 1-0.
Doesn't matter how it gets done. Yesterday, Little League inside the park home run was the difference. Grand slam. Can't really call it a grand slam. Single, like 4 errors.
The 1-0. Harrison cleans it out, but it's straight back, 1-1.
Find a way, any way. And it starts with getting runners on base. One at a time. Walk, hit by pitch, error, doesn't matter. Unselfish at-bats, drop a bunt down.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss on a fastball, 1-2. Crawdads have already struck out 8 times today.
It's a lot. It's a team that doesn't strike out often.
1-2 to Harrison. Curveball popped foul back behind the screen. We'll do 1-2 again. So, for postseason settings for the Crawdads, this game obviously means a lot. They're trying to secure that 1 seed as the 1-2 to Harrison. It's hit high, pretty shallow. Left field, back is Mikey Bell, as is Jose Ruiz. It's going to be the shortstop in the outfield grass. Drifting makes the catch to his left for out number 2.
Never an easy play. Jose Ruiz started towards the line, had to break it back to his left at the last minute. Little bobble. Was able to hold on to it. 2 up, 2 down. Wow.
But again, in those playoff standings, if the Crawdads get the 1 seed, if they win today, they'll play Wednesday at Monte Vista, likely at 4 p.m. If they get the 2 seed, they'll play Lincoln at home on Tuesday. They want that first round bye. Here's the first pitch to Ryder Helfrich. It's a curveball that drops in, 0-1. I think we want the first round bye as well.
Absolutely.
The 0-1. High and tight with the fastball, 1-1. Dads and Stompers tied at 3. Their broadcaster, Michael Barabalt, calls them the Stomps. I'm not a fan.
Not really a big stomps guy, no.
1-1. Helfrich watches a curveball just a little high, 2-1. Michael, great guy though. Arizona State legend.
Along with Justin DeHaas.
Yeah.
Legend.
Yeah. 2-1. Helfrich skies it foul back behind the plate, 2-2.
Love that swing from Helfrich. Aggressive. Foul ball, yes, but stay aggressive like that. Let's see if he can pull the ball in the air like Cole Fellows did a couple days ago.
The 2-2. Curveball just a little high. Count has run full to Helfrich.
That's stone cold. Good pitch, top of the zone. If taken, well, could have gone either way.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 7th. Thornton's 3-2 to Helfrich. Is grounded to the left side and through into left field. That's a 2-out knock for Ryder Helfrich. For the Crawdads, it's their first hit since Brian Duroff back in the 5th inning.
All right, well, 2 outs, runner on, got to find a way. Right here is, it's not the best opportunity whatsoever, but 2-out magic is what makes special teams special. And Helfrich, in a 2-strike count, finding a way, hit a ball hard through the left side. Ellis has been struggling. There's no better time to get right than right now.
That's here in the top of the 7th, 2 down, Helfrich on first. The first pitch from Thornton from the stretch is called a strike at the belt, maybe above the belt, 0-1.
Looks like at the hands. It's high.
So Ellis gets a strike taken from him. Now he's going to have to battle a little harder. Helfrich inches off of first. We'll see if he goes. Thornton's 0-1. Tight with the fastball, 1-1.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see Helfrich go in this spot. Maybe, ball and dirt, of course. You're going to try and take the extra bag, but Ellis, still one of your best hitters, even though he's really struggled lately. Got to, stay on base and give him a chance to hit you in. Helfrich's so fast, he can score first to third or first to home.
1-1 curveball, sails up and away, 2-1.
On a ball in the gap, and we all know Ellis, especially here, gap-to-gap power was a home run short of the cycle the first time we ever played here. So, yeah, we know Ellie. He's got the doubles.
2-1. Change up just a little outside, 3-1. Coming into today, Ellis was 7 for 14 with 3 doubles, a triple, and a home run against Stompers pitching.
Yeah, could use a double, triple, or a home run. Home run preferable. But anything that keeps the line moving.
3-1. Ball 4 up and away. So Ryan Ellis has officially gotten on base in every game he has played this year.
That's impressive. I mean, it doesn't matter, errors. Yes, getting on base every single game he's played, which, what is it? I mean, he's played 35 some games.
Somewhere 35 to 40.
Yeah, a lot of games, and he's a rock. He's been a rock at the top of this lineup. That's a fantastic at-bat right there. Not getting greedy. Saw, that first pitch strike probably wasn't a strike. Not getting, frustrated at that. Stayed with it himself. Took the walk, and now BD got to come up huge.
It's time for a look around the CCL. This look around the CCL is brought to you by American Stage Tour, small enough to care, large enough to compete. Game you're listening to nodded at 3 here in the 7th, Santa Barbara and slow. It's 4-1, Santa Barbara. Academy over Conejo, that's 5-3. Bay Area and Lincoln plays tonight, the final game of the regular season. And of course, Healdsburg beat the San Francisco Seals of the BACL 13-4. That'll bring up Brian Duroff. 2 outs, runners on first and second here in the 7th. Good speed on the base paths with Helfrich and Ellis, second and first. First pitch to Duroff is a fastball down low, 1-0. Duroff has reached base twice, once on an error, once on a single. Has grounded the ball to the left side all 3 times.
And just don't strike out. Got to put pressure on the defense and bust it down the line. Seen errors made all series long. Just get one in play.
The 1-0. Duroff checks his swing, but takes a little tight on a fastball, 2-0.
Pass the stick, keep the line moving, 2-0. Wouldn't be surprised to see a take. We'll see.
Here comes the 2-0. Duroff chops it to third. Mikey Bell takes a big hop, will run it to the bag himself where he retires the side. Crawdads get a pair of 2-out base runners on a hit and a walk, but do not score. Will stretch and send it to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 3. We stretch to now the top of the lineup. We'll step up for the bottom of the 7th. It's Noah Rabin, Jag Burden, and Mikey Bell for Sonoma, who is tied 3-3 with the Crawdads in the final game of the regular season. The Crawdads' final chance to take first place. Noah Rabin, left-handed hitting right fielder, is 1 for 2 today, a strikeout, a walk, and a double.
No one said it was going to be easy, right? Stompers trying to play spoiler.
Spoiler, a very, very fun role to play.
Yeah. Not as fun as, winning and competing, but
Close second, honestly.
yeah. No, spoiling is fun.
First pitch to Rabin is a slider, down and in, 1-0. Especially for a Sonoma team that I know has had a lot of fun this year.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say they hate the Crawdads, but Hawk Hill yesterday, yelling at the guys the whole time.
1-0. Fastball just below the knees on the outside, 2-0.
I don't think it was necessarily in hopes to start something. I just think Hawk Hill likes to show his emotion, have some fun, be loud. But hey, I mean, it's indicative of how they feel about the other team.
2-0, change up upstairs, 3-0.
Upstairs, yeah, no, not out, up and away.
Not good.
No.
Don't want to walk the leadoff hitter here in the 7th. Camerata twists, and the 3-0 is right there on the changeup. Strike one, 3-1. So now Rabin will be in swing mode, trying to give his team the lead. The 3-0, 3-1. Oh, called the ball.
Wow.
Wow. Maybe below the knees.
Wow. All right. Sure.
So a leadoff walk for Camerata. Puts a runner on first, no outs. And brings up Jag Burden.
Got to get a ground ball.
Burden is 1 for 3, an RBI single up the middle in his last at bat. That tied the game back in the 5th. Excuse me. That was the second run in the 5th. Pickoff move to first, and it's off of the runner, Rabin, and all the way to second base. Rabin's going to head to second. Donnelly's going to throw there. It's not going to matter. An error. Moves up the runner to second. Erases the double play.
Momentum, Stompers. 100% of it. Got to find a way to kill it. Stomp on it.
Jack Delmore is going to head out to the mound. His time is going to be called. Dads and Stompers. Crawdads need to win this game.
Absolutely.
3-4-2 runs, hits, errors for the Crawdads. 3-5-2 runs, hits, errors for Sonoma. But as they have all season, it feels like the Crawdads' errors have come back to hurt them more than the other teams.
Yeah, and that's just how it goes. Errors, free bases. Talk about the baseball gods. They're never going to like that. You're a competing team. Errors are just not expected, right? Errors never help. And certainly not today. I mean, taking away the double play in this spot is huge. I mean, the go-ahead run on second base, nobody out, that's huge.
Massive.
Yeah, and two or three good, really, really, really good hitters coming up. Got to get out of it.
Jag Burden again, 1 for 3. Now Rabin on second, no outs. First pitch to Burden. High with the fastball, 1-0. Nick Proctor is warming in the Crawdads bullpen.
He's throwing out of the stretch, so he's maybe last batter situation here for Joey Camerata, who just hasn't had it.
1 ball, no strikes, no outs. Left-handed hitting Burden at the plate. The 1-0. Change up.
Oh my God.
Call the ball on the outside, 2-0.
Getting squeezed right now, and it doesn't help when you're not around the zone to begin with, but it's borderline calls, could go either way. Could have, been 2-2 to Noah Rabin. Instead it was a walk. Here, could be 1-1, now it's 2-0.
Rabin dances off second, now the 2-0 to the plate. Ball 3, not even close off the outside.
Brant looks like he's ready to take out Joey, like right now.
3 balls, no strikes, no outs. Runner on first here in the 7th. A runner on second. 3 balls and no strikes to Burden from Camerata. Comes set, 3-0. Down and in, ball 4, not even close. Back-to-back walks to start the 7th.
Yeah.
Gonna bring up Mikey Bell.
There he is.
Brent Cummings is gonna head to the mound. Looks like Nick Proctor is gonna come in. A very slow walk to the mound. Looks like it's Proctor time. Runners on first and second, no outs, bottom 7, tied at 3. The biggest game of the season. When we come back, Nick Proctor, the doctor, is going to try to do something special here at Arnold Field. The biggest game of the season, this call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball, all while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment. It's the doctor. It's Nick Proctor, the righty from the University of South Carolina, making his 3rd appearance for Walnut Creek this summer. He has been fantastic in 5 innings, 5 strikeouts, just a walk, 4 hits, no runs.
Going to need him big here. He's pitched in some big spots, 4 years in the Pac-12, pitched a year, his 5th year in college at South Carolina. And, well, we were talking about it in the middle of the inning. Momentum is a real thing. Stompers score here. Could be game, especially with how the bats have been. So, Proctor, the guy you want on the mound right now. Just got to get a ground ball. If anyone's capable, it's him. 91 funk from, 3/4 low arm angle. Big spot. Biggest spot of the season. Nick Proctor. Going to try and doctor up a ground ball. Get a double play.
Crawdads have used him as a stopper this year. He went 3 shutout innings against Healdsburg on June 28th and then 2 in a 2-run win against Lincoln on July 16th. Here, his 3rd appearance, his biggest. Mikey Bell, the hitter. Noah Rabin on second. Jag Burden on first. No outs. First pitch to the righty, Mikey Bell. A long wait from Proctor. Now he delivers to the plate. It's a fastball on the inside, strike 1.
First pitch, strike. It's been a while since we could say that.
Sight for Torres.
Yeah.
Middle infield is back. Griffin Harrison up at third base, even with the bag. Proctor comes set, looks to second, now looks again. The 0-1. Slider hit straight back, nothing in 2.
The ideal sequence for Nick Proctor is the pop-up with the infield fly or strikeout with nobody out, then the ground ball. You probably going to need Proctor to finish this game. The bullpen is taxed. 2 off days in a row would do numbers for this Crawdads team. Don't want to have to play on Tuesday. If you lose today, you play on Tuesday. You don't, play on Wednesday. Proctor going to have to go the rest of the 7th, 8th, hopefully the 9th.
No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Proctor to the plate for Mikey Bell. 2 on here in the 7th. Proctor sets above the letters, now brings it to the belt. And the 0-2 hits him. Came in, hit him on the left elbow. Bases loaded, no outs.
Force anywhere. If there's one good thing about that. Go to the plate. Maybe get a 6-2-3 double play, 5-2-3.
1-2-3.
1-2-3, be cool.
5-4-3 triple play.
One thing I didn't think about is this is Ryder Helfrich's surely his first time catching Nick Proctor. So it's not easy to do. First time with the season on the line.
It's Colton Lamonto, who's double took Ryan Troy out of the game. Infield is in for Lamonto. First pitch hits him on the helmet. A run will come home to score. And the Potters take the lead. The Stompers take the lead. First lead of the day. Not much we can say.
No.
Could use a Sean Fitzpatrick right here. Getting checked on over at first is Lamonto as the ball came in, hit him on the helmet. Proctor's going to throw a couple warm-up pitches, it looks like. When play resumes, it'll be Burden on third, Bell on second, Lamonto on first, Azam at the plate in a 4-3 ball game. Looks like Lamonto will stay in over at first. Azem at the dish, 0 for 2 with a walk. 4-3, Crawdads now trail. Left-handed hitter against the righty Proctor. Now she'll be a pinch hitter. Isaiah Velasco will come in to face Proctor's former Cal teammate. First pitch to Velasco. Below the outside corner, ball 1. Any momentum has completely gone out of the sails for the Crawdads. Proctor sets. The 1-0 to Velasco. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Velasco, well, was the hero the other night. Just gotta, get a ground ball, double play.
Proctor brings it to the belt. Kicks with the 1-1. Popped up, left side, foul 1-2.
All right, back ahead. Got the wipeout slider of Nick Proctor, the good fastball. Use one of the two, get a strikeout here, ground ball next. And get out of this, giving up just 1 run. You're pretty stoked with that.
Bases are loaded, no outs. Proctor and Velasco. Infield, double play depth, in on the corners. The 1-2. Line drive, center field at Casey Cummings. He will leap and make the catch. A run's going to come home to score, but a huge, huge out number 1 as the throw comes in wild, but it's not going to matter.
That's the heart stopper. Casey Cummings started in, had a terrible, terrible route to that one. And just with his speed and overall athleticism, was able to recover, make a nice catch for out number 1. A run does come home to score, but hey, even down 2, Crawdads have had bigger leads or bigger deficits that they've had to come back from. Now with 1 out, get a ground ball, get back in the dugout, score 1, score 2, you're right back in it. Season's not over.
That'll bring up Alfredo Capacete, first baseman who is singled, driven in a run, stolen a base. Bats here, runners on the corners. 1 out. First pitch. Swing and miss on the slider, nothing in 1. 5-3. Crawdads now trail. Middle infield's now going to retreat back into double play depth, trying to get that big double play. The 0-1. Ground ball to short, could be 2. King will go to second 1. Ellis will go to first. It's in time. A double play, 6-4-3, and Nick Proctor gets out of the inning. But not before the Stompers score 2 to take the lead. We will head to the top half of the 8th. The Crawdads now trail it 5-3. Top half of the 8th inning, this call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment. It's Jacob Young, who has been pretty dominant this summer. 0-4 his record, but a 4.5 ERA in 22 innings, has 31 strikeouts to just 16 walks. He'll be facing the heart of the Crawdads lineup, needing a bloop and a blast.
Hey, trailing 2. Bloop and a blast. You said it best. Get on base. Just get that line moving. No more strikeouts. You can't give them outs. Crawdads have struck out, what, 8, 9 times today? So got to find a way to put the ball in play, put pressure on, make hard contact. Hits will fall. If the cardiac Crawdads are going to do what they've done all summer, like where you're at.
Gonna need to start here. Cole Fellows has had a solid day. Was hit by a pitch, singled and drove in a run, and hit one very sharply that was snagged in shallow right field by the second baseman, Kellen Carr. Lefty on lefty. Young throws hard and from a very funky delivery. First pitch from the lefty Young to the lefty Cole Fellows. High chopper to the right side. Over to get it to the second baseman Carr. He fields, throws to first. It's not in time. And it's dropped by the first baseman.
That
It'll be a
works.
base hit for Cole Fellows.
That works. That's the bloop. That's the little, broken bat spinner. Maybe not the broken bat variety, but hey, little tapper. Kellen Carr could do nothing with it, had no chance. Matt King only 1 home run on the summer, but we know he's got pop. Wind blowing out to left field. Lefty on righty matchup. Let's see if Young hangs a slider and King gets to banging.
First pitch. Tight, hits him. King tosses the bat away. Home plate umpire doesn't think so. Wow.
That's the second time today.
And now the first base umpire is going to say, yes, it did hit him.
Come on, Kate. Help us, Kate.
Kate Hart is adamant that it hit Matt King. Matt King is adamant that it hit Matt King. The umpires will converse. King's going to head to first. This is a big play.
Really big play.
Wow.
Wow, that's huge.
They're
really,
going to give it to
really
the Crawdads. Runners on first and second, no outs here in the 8th, and there's a heartbeat.
Hey, shout out to Kate Hart making the right call. Getting that, it can be tough when one umpire, the assumed crew chief, whoever's behind the plate, says one thing, you say the other. Get together, discuss it, make the right call. That's big. Tying runs on base. Don't look now.
Go-ahead run is at the plate for Tyson Pointer. The most power in the CCL. 13 home runs last year at UTA. 7 so far this summer. He's already homered once against these Stompers. Bats with runners on first and second and no out here in the 8th. Squares to bunt. First pitch to Pointer. Gets it down. Over off the mound to get it is Young. He's going to go to third. It's in time. I don't know why you bunt there.
I do not like that whatsoever. I hate bunting.
I like bunting. I don't like bunting there.
Stupid. You're giving away an out. And you finally get some momentum, right? Donnelly has struggled lefty on lefty, tough at bat. Tyson Pointer, your best power hitter. You don't bunt there.
So Donnelly will hit with runners on first and second. 1 out now. First pitch to the lefty, Donnelly. Down low, 1-0. I love a good bunt. Not with Tyson Pointer, not in that spot.
Yeah, you got to have a feel for the game. That's not a spot in which you bunt. Can't give away outs when you're down by 2. 1, maybe.
1-0, hits him. Bases are loaded. Something.
Hey, Casey Cummings in his return. Can he do something special?
He's really struggled with runners in scoring position. He's really struggled against lefties. Just 1 hit against left-handed pitching this season. This would be a good time.
It's probably a home run.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Infield is going to be back for for Casey Cummings. First pitch. Cummings takes a called strike at the knees, 0-1. Cummings has struck out twice today and driven in a run on a sac fly.
Take a sac fly here. Something, hopefully to right field. Give a chance for the runner on second. Pointer to advance to third.
The 0-1. Way outside, 1-1. You'd take a walk too.
Walk, hit by pitch, wild pitch. All great possibilities. All great options.
5-3, Stompers lead, top 8 here from Sonoma. Bases loaded, 1 out, the 1-1. Cummings swings over a changeup, 1-2. King, Pointer, Donnelly, your runners third to first. A ball and 2 strikes to Cummings. Young's 1-2. Cummings lines it straight back. We'll do it again.
Got a piece. That's what matters. Looked like the changeup off the outside. Throw that bat at it. Get a piece. See another pitch. In this 1-2 hole, really struggling against lefties. I mean, find a way to get on. Find a way to work a walk.
The 1-2. Cummings takes strike 3 right down the middle. Hat trick in his return. 2 outs. Here's Griffin Harrison. Griff's 0 for 3. In a big spot. He's been great in the clutch this year. He's been great against left-handed pitching. This is a matchup that bodes well for the Crawdads. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the 8th. First pitch to Harrison. Swing and a miss, 0-1. 3-5-2, runs, hits, errors for the Crawdads, 5-5-2 for the Stompers. Tyson Pointer's failed sacrifice looming large. The 0-1 to Harrison. Outside, ball 1. Five to 3, Crawdads trail by 2 in what feels like their biggest chance to score today. Every pitch from here on out, the most important. The 1-1. High, ball 2.
Ground ball through the 5-6, 5.5 hole. Played one, at least one. Jag Burden, the left fielder, playing deep. If it's hit, hard enough to get into left field, weak enough to die in front of him, maybe 2-run score.
2-1 to Harrison. Line drive up the middle. Ruiz is going to dive, and he's not able to make the play. Flip to second. Is not in time. Here comes the second run for the plate. Pointer's caught between third and home. The catcher Lamonto's got it. He's running Pointer back to the bag. His throw to third. That is in time. A boneheaded decision at third base to try to send that second runner. And the Crawdads score 1, but it feels like it could have been more. We'll head bottom 8, 5-4. A wild top half of the 8th inning sends us to the bottom half with the Crawdads trailing by 1. It's 5-4, Crawdads trail here in the bottom of the 8th. 7-8-9, Brasher, Ruiz, Carr.
need a shutdown inning from the doctor, right? Really figured it out after a couple of hit by pitches. Going to need him to stay strong here. Work a scoreless inning, and Cardiac Crawdads going to have to come back down by 1.
Nathan Brasher's 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch, scored a run. First pitch from Proctor. Fastball at the top of the zone, nothing in 1. Might have been the slider. 0 and 1.
Go back to that last inning, that last out number 3 on the bases. Tyson Pointer got the windmill to go to the plate.
No reason.
Continue after this.
0-1. Checked his swing, ball up high.
If you're going to go, go. You know, a good throw to the plate has to be made, the tag, all that, blah, blah, blah. He hesitated. Just all around a bad send.
The 1-1. Hits him. No, didn't hit him. Okay, 2 and 1.
Man.
Good news for the Crawdads. Keep it at 1. You have Helfrich, Ellis, Duroff in the 9th.
Yeah, it's 9-1-2, but it pretty much feels like 1-2-3, right?
Here's a slider on the inside, 2 and 2.
Helfrich, 2 hits today. Hit the ball hard a few times. Has been hitting the ball extremely hard in the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 games, even against the Prune Packers in this series. So.
The 2-2. Hit high on the right side. Ryan Ellis, the second baseman, going back, but Brian Duroff, the right fielder, will make the catch as Ellis tumbles down to the ground. 1 out.
Gets scary, but a good job by BD. Standing ground, not getting scared of Ellis. Got to communicate, though.
That'll bring up Jose Ruiz, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts and a walk. And actually, it'll be a pinch hitter. Omar Gastelum is going to pinch hit.
Surprised we didn't see Gastelum start, to be honest. Interesting decision on their part.
First pitch to Gastelum, the pinch hitter. Slider, checked to swing, but he went around, nothing in 1. So a good job by Proctor to get ahead. 0-1. Just above the top of the zone. A ball and a strike. Proctor comes set. 1-1. Swing and a miss by Gastelum. 1 and 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on third. Stompers 5, Crawdads 4 here in the 8th. The 1-2. Fly ball center field, sending Cummings back, and it's going to drop in front of the wall. A base hit. Rabin's going to move to second, coming home to score his car, and it's 6-4.
Just a good swing by a good player. Noah Rabin going the other way. To the gap. It's not over, but feels like the dagger.
Not an earned run, but the 2 errors hurt. That'll bring up Jack Burden. Runner on second is Rabin. The first pitch to Burden. At the knees, strike 1. They're calling that run earned?
It's not.
They're calling the ball under Donnelly's glove a single? That's blasphemy. The 0-1. The upper edge, nothing in 2. Crawdads led in this game 3-0. It's now 6-4. Wheels have fallen off. Proctor's 0-2. Line drive, right field. Duroff is over. It's going to drop, foul. Four to 6. Crawdads trail by 2 here in the 9th, or in the 8th. As has been the case all season, the walks and the errors come back to bite the Crawdads. Proctor ready, he's at the belt with a runner on second and 2 outs. Now the 0-2. Line drive, right field, hooking, foul.
Got to mix something up here, right? 2 good swings put on by the lefty Jag Burden. Got to find a way, you know, in a 0-2 hole. Just, you know, doesn't have to be a strike, doesn't have to be perfect. Proctor gets a lot of swings and misses. Slider low, get a swing and a miss.
He looks to second, but the runner stays there. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dad's trailed by 2. Proctor's 0-2. Fouled off.
Good battle. You love this. Jag Burden. Don't hate that. Yeah, it was high, but I mean, bring it down a touch. Even if that's a ball, you go to the back foot slider.
One, 2.
Oh,
Up and away. 2 and 2. Could have been a strike. Jackson Howell's tossing in the bullpen. Crawdads trail by 2 now. Trail by 2 now. Rabin is on second. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes from Proctor one more time. It's pummeled to right center field. That's going to drop again over the head of Brian Duroff up against the wall. Rabin comes home to score. There's going to be another runner on second. They trade places. It's an RBI double, and it's 7-4. Two outs, a ball that was hit to Joey Donnelly that went right under his glove.
errors, 2 out errors, they will bite you. I
Even
mean,
if it's not called an error.
it wasn't even.
7-4, Stompers lead. Hey, here's Mikey Bell. It's been another good day for Bell. Single, got hit by a pitch. It's 1 for 3. He's reached base twice. First pitch to Bell. High and tight, 1-0. Crawdads trail 7-4. Game they led 3-0. It's completely flipped. Crawdads had the bases loaded in the 8th. 1-0 is lined into right center field. That's going to drop another base hit. Coming home to score now is the other runner as the throw is going to go into the cutoff man Donnelly, and it's 8-4. Ball game.
Wheels are falling off in the bottom of the 8th inning. I mean, it all started with a 2-out error after Proctor got the first 2 guys out relatively easy. 3 runs have come home to score in the 8th, 3 straight hits.
It's going to be the day for Nick Proctor. We're going to step aside. It's the bottom of the 8th inning. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball. Crawdads trail by 4 now in the 8th.
Eventually. Need a stopper. Got to get out of this inning eventually, right? So 4 runs. Just need one more. Get out of it. Move on. Score 5.
Or
hang
more.
A dub. Hang a dub.
There were 2 outs in the inning when Kellen Carr grounded one under the glove of Joey Donnelly. Since then, all hell has broken loose. It'll be Jackson Howell to face Colton Lamonto, who's got a hit today. It was a double. First pitch that Howie throws is a strike on the outside, 0-1.
Strike 1. Big. Force at second. It's big.
Crawdads trail by 4. Runner on first, 2 outs. The 0-1 from Howell. Outside with the fastball, 1-1. If you remember back to the top half of this inning, Crawdads had bases loaded, 2 outs. Griffin Harrison hit a ground ball up the middle. Everyone was safe. But third base coach sent Tyson Pointer around third. He was thrown out at the plate.
What could have been?
1-1 is popped up back behind the plate. Helfrich will give it a look, but it's foul. 1-2.
1 and 2. Don't mess with him. Just put him down. Put him down. Strike him out. It's a big one.
Don't know how good the stream is right now. We're trying. Howell's 1-2. Curveball down low.
It's just like that nightmare that keeps you up, and just keeps going and going and going. It's what this bottom of the 8th inning has been.
Howell's 2-2. Curveball called strike 3. At long last, the inning is over, but not before Sonoma scores 3 times. And we'll head to the top of the 9th. Ryder Helfrich, Ryan Ellis, Brian Duroff. Crawdads need 4 to keep this one going. Ryder Helfrich leads off the 9th. New pitcher is Alfredo Capacete. First pitch is a ball outside, 1-0. Crawdads trail by 4. You know, we've seen deficits before from Walnut Creek.
We've seen him come back, so.
1-0. Helfrich takes a called strike on the outside, 1-1.
If there's a guy that you want up at the plate, it's probably Ryder Helfrich. This guy's swinging a hot bat. flip the order with a runner on. You never know.
1-1. Helfrich flies it straight back 1-2. I don't even know if the stream is on. She's slow. All right. 1-2. High fly ball left field. That's going to go. It's Ryder Helfrich's first home run. Wouldn't have been great if it had come a batter earlier and with the bases loaded. Crawdads get one back here in the 9th. It's 8-5.
Hey, great start. How about that? Pulling the ball in the air, crushed to deep left. Don't blink. Don't blink. Over the stands, over the trees. That was a missile. And giving Ellis some words of wisdom. 3 runs looks a lot better than 4. 2 looks better than 3. 1 better than 2. None better than 1. Keep it going.
That'll bring up Ryan Ellis, who walked in his last at bat. First pitch, Ellis flies it to the left side. That'll go foul. 0-1. Eight to 5 here in the bottom half of the the top half of the 9th. Crawdads trail by 3. The wheels completely fell off in the bottom half.
Coming into the inning. 1, put back on.
1-1. Ellis lines it to the right side. The second baseman Carr fields it on a high hop. He'll toss it over to first. 1 down.
Unfortunate. I mean, Ellis hit that ball hard. Just 1 hop to the second baseman, Kellen Carr. Had no trouble going to first in time for the out.
Here's Brian Duroff. Got a hit today. Has reached 3 times. Fielder's choice, single error. First pitch. Duroff takes the curveball in there for a strike. 0-1. Trailing by 3 here in the top of the 9th. The Crawdads are. 0-1. Duroff lines it to right, but it's foul. 0-2. Three 0 in the 5th. Crawdads now down 3 here in the 9th. 0-2. Line drive, center field. Going back is the center fielder. He reaches up. And the Crawdads are 1 out away from playing on Tuesday.
That's tough. Very, very tough just in this inning. I mean, all 3 balls hit on the screws. The only one, the Ryder Helfrich home run, is the only one that they have to show for it. Man, that's frustrating. Ellis, the 1 hop ground out, that is, hit really, really well to center field, just right at Nathan Brasher.
Crawdads' last chance is Cole Fellows. First pitch is on the outside. Strike 1. Eight to 5, Crawdads trail in the 9th. 0-1, Fellows takes just a little outside, ball 1. 2 outs, Crawdads down 3. 1-1 to Fellows. Called a strike, but the catcher drops it. 1-2. Crawdads down to their last strike. They held the fate of their season in the hands. They needed to win 2 of 3 against the 4th place Sonoma Stompers to be able to take first place in the CCL North, but here just 1 strike away, the 1-2. Fellows taps it to first base, foul.